Have you ever wondered what the future looks like? A world of self-driving cars, intelligent assistants that anticipate our every need, and breakthroughs in science that were once the stuff of science fiction. Well, that future isn't as far away as you might think. In fact, its foundations are being built right now with something called artificial intelligence, or AI. So, what exactly is AI? Simply put, it's the science of making machines smart, not just able to follow instructions, but to learn, reason, and even create, much like a human mind. It's about teaching computers to see the world, understand language, and solve complex problems on their own. But this idea isn't new. The dream of creating artificial beings has been with us for centuries, from ancient myths to early science fiction. However, the real journey of AI began in the middle of the 20th century. In 1956, a group of visionary scientists gathered at Dartmouth College. They coined the term artificial intelligence and kicked off a quest that would change the world. The early days were filled with incredible optimism. Researchers believed that a machine with human-level intelligence was just a few decades away. They created programs that could solve algebra problems, prove logical theorems, and even play chess. It was a time of big promises and bold predictions. But progress wasn't a straight line. The challenges were far greater than anyone anticipated. Computers at the time lacked the processing power and data needed to fuel these ambitious projects. This led to a period known as the AI winter, where funding dried up and public interest waned. The initial hype had faded, and the dream of intelligent machines seemed to be on hold. Yet, behind the scenes, dedicated researchers never gave up. They continued to refine their theories and develop new approaches. They understood that building true intelligence was a marathon, not a sprint. This quiet persistence laid the groundwork for the revolution that was to come. And then, something changed. The turn of the millennium brought with it two game-changing developments: the explosion of the internet, which created a massive ocean of data, and Moore's law, which meant that computing power was growing at an exponential rate. Suddenly, the two missing ingredients for AI, data and power, were available in abundance. This led to the rise of a powerful technique called machine learning. Instead of explicitly programming a computer with rules, machine learning allows it to learn from data. Think about how you learned to recognize a cat. You weren't given a list of rules like has pointy ears, has whiskers, has a tail. You simply saw many examples of cats, and your brain learned to identify the pattern. Machine learning works in a similar way, but on a massive scale. One of the most exciting subsets of machine learning is deep learning, which is inspired by the structure of the human brain. It uses complex networks of artificial neurons to find intricate patterns in vast amounts of data. This was the breakthrough that powered many of the AI marvels we see today. In 1997, IBM's Deep Blue defeated world chess champion Garry Kasparov. It was a landmark moment, but Deep Blue won through brute force calculation. Fast forward to 2016, when Google DeepMind's AlphaGo defeated Lee Sedol, one of the world's best Go players. This was different. Go is a game of intuition and creativity, with more possible moves than atoms in the universe. AlphaGo didn't just calculate, it learned, it strategized, and it even made moves that human experts described as beautiful and creative. It was a clear sign that AI had entered a new era. So, why does all of this matter to you? Because AI is no longer a futuristic concept confined to research labs. It's already woven into the fabric of our daily lives, often in ways we don't even notice. When you stream a movie, AI recommends what you should watch next. When you shop online, AI helps detect fraudulent transactions to keep your account safe. When you use a navigation app, AI analyzes real-time traffic data to find you the fastest route. It's the magic behind your smartphone's camera, making your photos look sharper and more vibrant. It's the technology that powers the voice assistants you talk to every day. but its impact goes far beyond convenience. In healthcare, AI is helping doctors diagnose diseases like cancer earlier and more accurately than ever before. It's accelerating the discovery of new medicines by analyzing complex biological data. Imagine a world where personalized treatments are designed just for you, based on your unique genetic makeup. That's the promise of AI in medicine. In the world of science, AI is tackling some of humanity's biggest challenges. It's helping climate scientists model the effects of climate change with greater precision and develop new sustainable energy solutions. It is helping astronomers sift through mountains of data from telescopes to discover new planets and understand the mysteries of the cosmos. For artists and creators, AI is becoming a powerful new collaborator. It can compose music, generate stunning visual art, and even help write stories. It's not about replacing human creativity, but augmenting it, opening up new possibilities for expression that we're only just beginning to explore. AI is a new paintbrush, a new instrument, a new partner in the creative process. Of course, with such a powerful technology, there are also important questions we need to ask. How do we ensure that AI is developed and used responsibly? How do we address concerns about job displacement and algorithmic bias? How do we make sure that the benefits of AI are shared by everyone and not just a select few? These are not just questions for engineers and policymakers. They are questions for all of us. As AI becomes more integrated into our society, we all have a role to play in shaping its future. Understanding what it is, where it came from, and where it's going is the first step. The journey of AI is a testament to human curiosity, persistence, and our timeless desire to understand intelligence itself. We are living in an extraordinary moment, witnessing the dawn of a new technological revolution that will reshape our world in profound ways. It's a future that is not predetermined, but one that we have the power to influence. The story of AI is still being written, and we are all a part of it. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the world of artificial intelligence. If you found this interesting and want to learn more about the technologies shaping our future, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. We have a lot more to explore together. Thanks for watching. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. We hear about AI everywhere these days, from our smartphones to self-driving cars. It feels like it just appeared out of nowhere, right? But what if I told you the story of AI is a thrilling saga that started decades ago, filled with brilliant minds, crushing disappointments, and incredible breakthroughs? Today, we're going on a time-traveling adventure to uncover the complete evolution of artificial intelligence from its humble beginnings in the 1950s all the way to the powerful systems we interact with today. So, grab your popcorn, because this is the story of how machines learn to think. Let's rewind the clock to the 1950s, a post-war era brimming with optimism and technological ambition. The very idea of an artificial intelligence was born here. In 1950, the legendary Alan Turing published a paper asking a revolutionary question: can machines think? He proposed the Turing test as a way to find out. The test is simple. If a human interrogator can't tell whether they're talking to a person or a machine, the machine can be said to possess intelligence. This concept laid the philosophical groundwork for the entire field. Then, in 1956, a group of visionaries gathered at Dartmouth College for a summer workshop. This wasn't just any workshop. It was the event that officially coined the term artificial intelligence. Computer scientist John McCarthy, along with Marvin Minsky, Nathaniel Rochester, and Claude Shannon, proposed a project to explore the idea that every aspect of learning or any other feature of intelligence can, in principle, be so precisely described that a machine can be made to simulate it. They were incredibly optimistic, believing that a machine as intelligent as a human was just a few decades away. This conference lit the fuse, and the race to build thinking machines had officially begun. The years following the Dartmouth conference, from the late 50s to the early 70s, were a golden age of AI research. Fueled by government funding and infectious enthusiasm, researchers made stunning progress. They created programs that could solve complex algebra problems, prove geometric theorems, and even speak rudimentary English. One of the earliest stars was the logic theorist, a program that could prove mathematical theorems, even finding a more elegant proof for one than the original authors. Then there was Eliza, a chatbot created in the mid-60s that could mimic a psychotherapist. People would pour their hearts out to Eliza, genuinely believing it understood them, even though it was just cleverly matching keywords and rephrasing sentences. These early successes made it seem like human-level AI was just around the corner. The future looked incredibly bright, but then reality hit. The initial optimism crashed into a wall of computational limits. The problems AI researchers were trying to solve were vastly more complex than they had anticipated. A chess program, for example, has to consider an astronomical number of possible moves. The computers of the time just weren't powerful enough to handle that kind of data. Furthermore, to understand the world, a machine needs a huge amount of knowledge, and no one knew how to encode all that common sense into a program. Frustrated by the slow progress and unfulfilled promises, governments and funding agencies started pulling their support. This led to a period known as the first AI winter, which started in the mid-1970s. Research funding dried up, and the term AI almost became a dirty word in academic circles. The dream, it seemed, was on ice. Just when things looked bleak, a new approach breathed life back into the field in the 1980s. Instead of trying to create a general, all-purpose intelligence, researchers focused on building expert systems. These were AI programs designed to be experts in a specific, narrow domain. Think of a system that could diagnose certain diseases as well as a human doctor, or one that could configure complex computer systems for a company. These systems were built on a set of if-then rules created by interviewing human experts. They were practical, commercially viable, and they worked. This success sparked a second AI boom. Companies invested billions, and for a while, it seemed like AI was back on track. It was a more pragmatic, business-focused era of AI. However, this boom also had its bust. The expert systems, while useful, were brittle. They were expensive to build and maintain, and they couldn't learn on their own. If they encountered a situation that wasn't in their rule book, they simply failed. By the late 80s and early 90s, the hype once again faded, and the second AI winter began. The specialized hardware for AI became obsolete as cheaper, more powerful desktop computers emerged. The dream of intelligent machines once again seemed to stall, leaving many to wonder if true AI was just an impossible fantasy. But beneath the surface of this second winter, a quiet revolution was brewing. A different approach to AI called machine learning started gaining momentum. The core idea of machine learning is simple. Instead of explicitly programming rules, you let the machine learn the rules itself by feeding it massive amounts of data. A key technique here is the neural network, a concept inspired by the structure of the human brain. Although the idea had been around since the 50s, it wasn't until the 90s that computers became powerful enough and data became plentiful enough to make it truly effective. Researchers started showing that neural networks could be incredibly good at tasks like recognizing handwritten digits or identifying patterns. One landmark moment came in 1997. IBM's supercomputer, Deep Blue, defeated the reigning world chess champion, Garry Kasparov. This was a monumental achievement. Chess isn't just about brute force calculation. It requires strategy, intuition, and foresight. Deep Blue's victory showed the world that machines could master even the most intellectually demanding human games. While it was still a form of specialized AI, it was a powerful symbol of progress and a sign that the AI winter was finally beginning to thaw. The era of big data and powerful computation was dawning. The 2000s and 2010s are when AI truly exploded into the mainstream, all thanks to the combination of three key ingredients: big data from the internet, powerful graphics, processing units, or GPUs that were perfect for running neural networks and refined machine learning algorithms. In 2012, a deep neural network named AlexNet shattered records in an image recognition competition. It could identify objects and photos with unprecedented accuracy, proving the immense power of a technique called deep learning. This breakthrough opened the floodgates. Suddenly, AI could see and hear. Google Translate became dramatically better. Voice assistants like Siri, Alexa, and Google Assistant appeared in our homes and pockets, understanding our spoken commands. AI started recommending movies on Netflix and products on Amazon with uncanny accuracy. It was no longer a lab experiment. It was part of our daily lives. Then, in 2016, another Kasparov moment happened. Google DeepMind's AlphaGo defeated Lee Sedol, one of the world's top players of the ancient game of Go. Go is exponentially more complex than chess, with more possible board positions than atoms in the universe. It's a game thought to rely heavily on human intuition. AlphaGo didn't just win, it made creative, beautiful moves that experts had never seen before. It demonstrated that AI could not only master complex rules, but also develop something akin to creativity and intuition. This victory signaled a new era of AI, one where machines could not only perform tasks, but could also discover new knowledge on their own. And that brings us to today, the age of generative AI. This is the technology behind tools like ChatGPT, DALL-E, and Midjourney. Unlike previous AIs that just analyzed or classified data, generative AIs can create something entirely new. They can write essays, compose music, generate photorealistic images from a simple text description, and even write code. They are trained on a colossal amount of text and images from the internet, allowing them to understand and generate human-like content. This has unleashed a tidal wave of creativity and productivity, but it also raises profound questions about the nature of art, work, and even truth. We are living through a massive technological shift, the full impact of which we are only just beginning to understand. So, what's next? The future of AI is both exciting and uncertain. We're likely to see AI become even more integrated into our lives, acting as personal assistants, medical diagnosticians, scientific researchers, and creative partners. We might see the development of artificial general intelligence, or AGI, a machine with the ability to understand or learn any intellectual task that a human being can. But this journey also comes with huge responsibilities. We need to navigate complex ethical challenges around bias in AI, job displacement, and the potential for misuse. The story of AI is far from over. In fact, we might just be at the beginning of its most important chapter. From the dreams of a few pioneers in the 1950s, through freezing winters of disappointment and dazzling summers of progress, the journey of AI has been a roller coaster. It's a testament to human ingenuity, persistence, and our timeless quest to understand the nature of intelligence itself. What started as a simple question, can machines think, has blossomed into a technology that is reshaping our world. Thank you so much for joining me on this incredible journey through time. What part of AI history fascinates you the most? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our next deep dive. See you in the next video.
Have you ever wondered how your phone knows which emails are spam, or how your favorite streaming service recommends the perfect movie for you? The magic behind it all is machine learning. But what exactly is it? Let's break it down. Imagine you're teaching a child to recognize a cat. You'd show them pictures of cats and say, "This is a cat." After seeing enough pictures, the child learns to identify a cat on their own. Machine learning works in a very similar way. It's a type of artificial intelligence that allows computers to learn from data and experience, just like humans. but without being explicitly programmed for every single task. Instead of writing code for every possible scenario, we give the machine a ton of data and let it figure out the patterns for itself. It's like giving a computer a brain that can learn, adapt, and make decisions. So how does this digital brain actually learn? Machine learning is generally divided into three main types: supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement learning. Think of them as three different teaching styles for our computer. Let's start with the most common one, supervised learning. Supervised learning is like that cat example we just talked about. We give the computer a dataset that's already been labeled. We show it thousands of pictures, each one tagged as either cat or not a cat. The computer, or the model as we call it, studies these examples and learns the features that make up a cat: pointy ears, whiskers, a certain shape. After this training period, we can show it a brand new picture it has never seen before, and it can predict whether it's a cat or not. This is exactly how spam filters work. They're trained on millions of emails that have been labeled as spam or not spam. The model learns the common words and patterns in spam emails, so it can automatically sort your inbox for you. Another great example is predicting house prices. You can feed a model data about houses, their size, number of bedrooms, location, along with their final sale prices. After learning from this data, the model can then estimate the price of a new house on the market. It's supervised because we're guiding the learning process with labeled data, essentially providing the answers for the machine to learn from. Now let's move on to the second type, unsupervised learning. What if you don't have labeled data? What if you just have a huge pile of information and you want the computer to find some hidden structure in it? That's where unsupervised learning comes in. It's like giving someone a box full of different fruits and asking them to sort them into groups without telling them what the fruits are. They might group them by color, putting all the red fruits together, like apples and strawberries, and all the yellow ones together, like bananas and lemons, or they might group them by size or shape. The machine does the same thing. It looks for natural clusters or patterns in the data all on its own. A classic example of unsupervised learning is customer segmentation. An online store has data on thousands of customers, what they buy, how often they visit the site, and how much they spend. Using unsupervised learning, the store can automatically group these customers into different segments like frequent high spenders, bargain hunters, or occasional shoppers. The store didn't tell the machine to look for these groups. The machine found them itself. This is incredibly useful for targeted marketing, allowing the store to send special offers to the high spenders and different promotions to the bargain hunters. Another use is in data visualization. When you have incredibly complex data with hundreds of variables, unsupervised learning can help simplify it and reveal the underlying structure, making it easier for us humans to understand. It's all about discovering the unknown without any prior labels or guidance. Finally, we have the third and perhaps most exciting type, reinforcement learning. This is a bit different. It's all about learning through trial and error, just like training a dog. You tell your dog to sit. If it sits, you give it a treat. That's a reward. If it runs around instead, it gets nothing. Over time, the dog learns that sitting leads to a reward and is more likely to sit when you give the command. Reinforcement learning works the same way for a computer. We place an agent, which is our AI model, in an environment. This environment could be a video game, a maze, or even the real world. The agent can take different actions. For every action it takes, it gets a reward or a penalty. The agent's goal is to figure out the sequence of actions that will maximize its total reward over time. A famous example of this is AlphaGo, the AI that defeated the world's best Go player. Go is an incredibly complex game with more possible moves than atoms in the universe. You can't just program a computer with the best moves. So, the developers at DeepMind used reinforcement learning. They had AlphaGo play millions of games against itself. It started out making random moves, but every time it won a game, it was rewarded. Over time, through this endless process of trial, error, and reward, it learned strategies that were even better than those created by human masters over thousands of years. This same principle is used to train robots to walk or to optimize traffic light control systems in a city to reduce congestion. The agent learns the best policy by interacting with its environment and trying to get the most rewards. So, to recap, we have three main styles of machine learning: Supervised learning, where the computer learns from labeled data, like a student with a textbook and an answer key. Unsupervised learning, where the computer finds hidden patterns in unlabeled data, like an explorer discovering new lands. And reinforcement learning, where the computer learns through trial and error, like a player trying to master a game. These three types of learning are the engines powering so much of the technology we use every day. From the personalized ads you see online, to the voice assistant on your phone, to cutting-edge scientific research in medicine and climate change. Machine learning is not just a futuristic concept, it's here, and it's already shaping our world in profound ways. It's a powerful tool that allows us to find insights, make predictions, and automate complex tasks on a scale never before possible. As we gather more data and develop more powerful computers, the potential of what we can achieve with machine learning is truly limitless. Thanks for watching. If you found this explanation helpful, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next dive into the world of technology. See you next time. Have you ever wondered how your phone can recognize your face? Or how a website knows exactly what products to recommend to you? The magic behind it is a powerful technology called neural networks. And today we're going to break down exactly how they work, step by step. So, what is a neural network? At its core, it's a computer system inspired by the human brain. Just like our brains are made of billions of interconnected neurons that pass signals to each other, a neural network is made of digital neurons. These aren't biological, of course, but they mimic the same basic idea of receiving input, processing it, and passing on an output. Imagine the simplest possible neural network. It has an input layer, a hidden layer, and an output layer. Think of it like a team trying to identify a picture. The input layer is like the person who first looks at the image. They don't make any decisions. They just gather the raw data, every single pixel of the image. Each pixel's color and brightness is a piece of information or an input. These inputs are then passed to the hidden layer. This is where the real thinking begins. Each circle you see in this layer is a neuron or a node. Every neuron in the hidden layer receives signals from all the inputs. But here's the crucial part. Not all inputs are treated equally. Each connection has a weight, which is just a number that tells the neuron how important that specific input is. A high weight means the input is very significant, while a low weight means it's less so. Inside each neuron, a simple calculation happens. It multiplies each input value by its corresponding weight and then adds all these results together. It's like a group of advisors each giving their opinion, with some advisors' opinions counting more than others. After summing everything up, the neuron also adds a special number called a bias. You can think of the bias as a thumb on the scale. It helps the network decide how easily a neuron should get activated. Once the neuron has this final number, it passes it through something called an activation function. This function is like a gatekeeper. It looks at the number and decides whether the signal is strong enough to be passed on to the next layer. If the signal is strong, the neuron fires and sends an output. If it's weak, it might send a very small signal or nothing at all. This on or off, strong or weak behavior is what allows the network to make complex, nonlinear decisions. It's not just a simple average, it's a dynamic filtering process. Now we've been talking about just one hidden layer. But what makes neural networks so powerful, especially in what we call deep learning, is the ability to stack many of these hidden layers one after another. When a network has multiple hidden layers, we call it a deep neural network. This is where things get really interesting. The first hidden layer might learn to recognize very simple features. If we're analyzing an image of a face, this first layer might learn to detect basic edges, curves, or bright spots. It doesn't see a nose or an eye yet, just the fundamental building blocks. The output from this first layer then becomes the input for the second hidden layer. This second layer takes the simple patterns, the edges and curves, and starts combining them to recognize more complex shapes. It might learn to identify circles, which could be eyes, or straight lines that form the bridge of a nose. It's building upon the knowledge of the previous layer. As we go deeper to a third or fourth layer, the network combines these shapes into even more complex features. It might start recognizing an entire eye, a mouth, or the shape of an ear. Each layer abstracts the information from the previous one, building a hierarchy of knowledge from simple pixels to complex objects. The final hidden layer might be able to recognize a complete face. Finally, we reach the output layer. This layer takes the highly processed information from the last hidden layer and makes the final decision. For our face recognition example, the output layer might have neurons corresponding to different people. If the Jane Doe neuron fires with the highest signal, the network has concluded with high confidence that the face in the picture is Jane Doe. So, how does the network learn to do this in the first place? How does it know which weights and biases are correct? This happens through a process called training. We feed the network thousands or even millions of examples. For our Face ID system, we would show it countless pictures of Jane Doe, John Smith, and so on, each one labeled with the correct name. For each picture, the network makes a prediction. At first, its predictions will be completely random and mostly wrong. It might look at a picture of Jane and say it's John. When it gets an answer wrong, we use a mathematical process, often called backpropagation, to figure out how wrong it was. This process then works backward through the network, from the output layer to the input layer, slightly adjusting all the weights and biases along the way. Think of it like tuning a guitar. You play a note, hear that it's out of tune, and then adjust the tuning peg just a little bit. You play it again, listen, and adjust again. You repeat this over and over until the note is perfect. Training a neural network is similar. It makes a guess, sees the error, and adjusts its internal tuning pegs, the weights and biases, to reduce that error next time. By repeating this process millions of times with a huge dataset, the network gradually gets better and better. The weights and biases slowly settle into values that allow the network to accurately map inputs to outputs. It literally learns from its mistakes. This layered learning approach is what allows deep learning to solve incredibly complex tasks that were once thought to be impossible for computers. It's not just about images. For language translation, the network learns the relationships between words and grammar in different languages. For self-driving cars, it learns to identify pedestrians, traffic lights, and other vehicles from a stream of sensor data. For medical diagnosis, it can learn to spot signs of disease in X-rays or MRIs that might be invisible to the human eye. The beauty of neural networks is that we don't have to manually program the rules for every single task. We don't have to write code that says, an eye is two curves with a dark circle in the middle. Instead, we provide the data, and the network discovers those patterns and rules on its own. It's a fundamental shift in how we approach problem solving with computers. So to recap, neural networks are brain-inspired systems made of layers of interconnected neurons. The input layer takes in raw data. The hidden layers, which are the core of deep learning, process this data in stages, recognizing increasingly complex patterns. Each neuron makes a simple calculation using weights and biases, and an activation function decides if it should pass the signal on. The network learns by training on vast amounts of data, constantly adjusting its weights and biases to become more accurate over time. From your social media feed to the cutting edge of scientific research, neural networks are the driving force behind many of the amazing technologies we use every day. They are a testament to how we can draw inspiration from the natural world to create powerful and intelligent systems. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this explanation helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more deep dives into the world of technology and artificial intelligence. Let me know in the comments what other topics you'd like to see explained. See you in the next one. Have you ever stopped to think about how much artificial intelligence is already a part of your daily life? You might be surprised. It's not just about futuristic robots. It's right here, right now, making our lives easier in ways we often don't even notice. Let's take a closer look at a typical day and see how AI shows up from morning to night. It all starts the moment you wake up. You reach for your smartphone and AI is already at work. When you unlock it with your face or fingerprint, that's biometric AI verifying it's really you. Then you might check the weather. The app uses AI to analyze massive amounts of climate data to give you a surprisingly accurate forecast for your day. Before you even have your first cup of coffee, you might say, "Hey, smart assistant, what's on my calendar today?" And just like that, a voice from a small speaker in your kitchen reads out your schedule. This smart assistant uses natural language processing, a form of AI, to understand what you're saying and respond in a helpful, human-like way. It can play your favorite morning playlist, tell you the latest news headlines, or even add milk to your shopping list, all with a simple voice command. It's like having a personal assistant ready to help at a moment's notice. Now it's time to head out. You get in your car, type a destination into your navigation app, and you're off. But how does it know the fastest route? That's AI again. The app is constantly analyzing real-time traffic data, road closures, and even historical traffic patterns to predict congestion before it happens. It's not just showing you a map, it's running complex calculations every second to find the most efficient path, rerouting you on the fly if a sudden traffic jam pops up ahead. It saves you time, fuel, and a lot of frustration. It is like having a co-pilot who knows every single street and every single traffic light in the city. During your commute, you might listen to a music streaming service, the Discover Weekly playlist, or the personalized radio station it creates for you. That's powered by a sophisticated AI recommendation engine. It analyzes your listening habits, the songs you play, the ones you skip, the artists you love, and compares them to millions of other users with similar tastes. It then predicts other songs and artists you'll probably enjoy, introducing you to your next favorite band. It's a personal DJ that knows your taste better than anyone. Once you're at work or school, you'll find AI as a silent partner in your productivity. When you type an email, an AI-powered tool suggests how to complete your sentences, corrects your grammar, and even checks your tone to make sure it sounds professional and friendly. This saves you from embarrassing typos and helps you communicate more effectively. Even the spam filter that keeps your inbox clean is a smart AI, constantly learning to identify and block unwanted junk mail before it ever reaches you. It's incredible how it can tell the difference between a legitimate newsletter and a phishing attempt, protecting you from potential scams. Let's talk about your lunch break. You scroll through your social media feed. What you see is not random. The posts from friends, the news articles, and the funny videos that appear at the top of your feed are all curated by an AI algorithm. It learns what you engage with the most, what you like, comment on, and share, and then prioritizes similar content to keep you scrolling. It's designed to show you what it thinks you'll find most interesting, creating a personalized news and entertainment stream just for you. Even the ads you see are targeted specifically to you based on your interests and online behavior, thanks to AI. After work, maybe you decide to do some online shopping. You're browsing for a new pair of sneakers, and suddenly the website shows you a section called "Customers who bought this also bought," along with recommendations for socks and athletic wear that perfectly match. This is another example of an AI recommendation engine at work. It analyzes your browsing history, past purchases, and the behavior of millions of other shoppers to suggest products you're highly likely to be interested in. It makes the shopping experience more convenient and helps you discover products you might not have found on your own. Later in the evening, you decide to relax and watch a movie. You open your favorite streaming service, and right on the homepage, it suggests a new thriller because it knows you've watched several similar movies in the past. The platform's AI analyzes your viewing history, the genres you prefer, the actors you follow, and even the time of day you usually watch. It uses all this data to create a personalized top picks for you, Rao, making it easier than ever to find something great to watch without endless scrolling. It's like a movie critic who knows your exact taste. Even something as simple as taking a photo on your smartphone involves a surprising amount of AI. When you point your camera at a person, it automatically detects their face and adjusts the focus and lighting for the perfect portrait. The night mode on many phones uses AI to take multiple shots at different exposures and then intelligently combines them to create a bright, clear photo, even in low light. It processes the image in real time to reduce noise, enhance colors, and sharpen details, turning a casual snapshot into a beautiful photograph. As you wind down for the day, you might check your email one last time. Your email service likely uses AI to sort your messages into categories like primary, social, and promotions, helping you focus on what's important. Or maybe you use a translation app to understand a message from an international friend. That's AI again, breaking down language barriers in an instant. From the moment you wake up to the moment you go to sleep, artificial intelligence is woven into the fabric of your day. It's in the smartphone in your pocket, the car you drive, the apps you use, and the home you live in. It's not a distant concept from science fiction. It's a practical, powerful tool that's already here, working behind the scenes to make our world more connected, efficient, and personalized. The next time you ask your phone for directions or get a great movie recommendation, take a moment to appreciate the incredible AI that made it possible. It's truly amazing to see how seamlessly this technology has integrated into our lives. And the exciting part is, we are only at the beginning of what AI can do. As it continues to evolve, it will undoubtedly bring even more innovations that will shape our future in ways we can only begin to imagine. Thanks so much for watching and exploring the world of everyday AI with me. If you found this interesting, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. See you in the next one. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a topic that sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, but it's happening right now and changing our world in incredible ways. We're talking about artificial intelligence in healthcare. How is this powerful technology helping us live longer, healthier lives? Let's find out. First up, let's talk about diagnosis. Imagine a doctor who has read every medical journal ever published, seen millions of patient scans, and never gets tired. That's essentially what AI brings to the table. For instance, in radiology, AI algorithms can analyze X-rays, CT scans, and MRIs with astonishing speed and accuracy. They're trained on vast datasets of images, learning to spot tiny anomalies that might be missed by the human eye. We're talking about detecting cancers at its earliest, most treatable stages, or identifying subtle signs of neurological disorders like Alzheimer's. This doesn't replace doctors, of course. Instead, it acts as a superpowered assistant, helping them make faster, more informed decisions, which ultimately leads to better patient outcomes. It's like giving our medical heroes a set of superpowers. But AI's role doesn't stop once a diagnosis is made. It's also a game changer in patient monitoring, especially for those with chronic conditions like diabetes or heart disease. Think about wearable devices. Your smartwatch, for example. These gadgets are constantly collecting data about your heart rate, sleep patterns, and activity levels. AI can analyze this continuous stream of information in real time. It can predict a potential health crisis, like a hypoglycemic event for a diabetic patient, or an irregular heartbeat, and alert both the patient and their doctor before it becomes an emergency. This proactive approach is shifting healthcare from being reactive to being preventive. It's like having a guardian angel watching over your health shuju 24/7, allowing for timely interventions and giving patients a greater sense of security and control over their own health. Now let's move from the clinic to the laboratory. One of the most exciting and impactful areas for AI is in drug discovery. Developing a new medicine is an incredibly long and expensive process. It can take over a decade and cost billions of dollars. Scientists have to sift through millions of molecular compounds to find one that might work against a specific disease. It's like looking for a needle in a colossal haystack. This is where AI swoops in. It can analyze complex biological data at a scale and speed impossible for humans. AI models can predict how different compounds will interact with proteins in the body, shuan out the most promising candidates for new drugs in a fraction of the time. This dramatically accelerates the initial stages of research, getting potential life-saving treatments from the lab to the people who need them much, much faster. During recent global health crises, we saw this in action, with AI helping to identify existing drugs that could be repurposed and accelerating the development of new treatments. Finally, and perhaps most personally, AI is ushering in the era of personalized medicine. For a long time, medicine has largely followed a one-size-fits-all approach. But we're all unique. Our genetics, lifestyle, and environment mean that a treatment that works wonders for one person might not work at all for another. AI is changing that. By analyzing a patient's genetic data, medical history, and even lifestyle factors, AI can help doctors create treatment plans that are tailored specifically to the individual. For example, in cancer treatment, AI can help predict which chemotherapy drug will be most effective for a patient based on the genetic makeup of their tumor. This means more effective treatments with fewer side effects. It's about getting the right treatment to the right patient at the right time. This isn't just about treating sickness, it's about optimizing wellness for each and every one of us. So from spotting diseases earlier than ever before, to monitoring our health in real time, speeding up the creation of new medicines, and tailoring treatments to our unique biology. AI is not just a buzzword in healthcare, it's a revolutionary force. It is augmenting the skills of our incredible healthcare professionals and paving the way for a future where medicine is more predictive, preventive, and personal. The potential is truly limitless, and we are only just scratching the surface of what's possible. What are your thoughts on AI in medicine? Does it excite you, or do you have concerns? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you think. Thanks so much for watching today. If you found this video interesting, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content on the amazing technologies shaping our future. See you in the next one. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are re-diving into a topic that is completely transforming the way we learn: artificial intelligence. I know when you hear AI, you might think of sci-fi movies or complex robots. But what if I told you it's already here, acting as your personal study buddy? That's right, AI is no longer a futuristic concept. It's a powerful tool that's helping students all over the world learn faster, smarter, and more efficiently. So if you're tired of late-night cram sessions and feeling overwhelmed by your coursework, stick around. We're about to explore the amazing world of AI-powered learning tools that could revolutionize your entire study routine. Let's get started. First up, let's talk about personalized learning. Think about your traditional classroom. You have one teacher and maybe 30 students, all with different strengths, weaknesses, and learning paces. It's nearly impossible for one teacher to cater to every single student's individual needs. This is where AI steps in and changes the game. AI-powered platforms can analyze your performance in real time. Let's say you're working on a math problem. The AI can see exactly where you went wrong, what concept you're struggling with, and then instantly provide you with a targeted explanation or a similar problem to practice. It's like having a private tutor who knows you inside and out, available 24/7. Instead of a one-size-fits-all approach, AI creates a unique learning path just for you, focusing on your specific gaps and reinforcing your strengths. This means you spend less time on things you already know and more time mastering the concepts that are actually challenging for you. Now let's look at some of the most popular types of AI learning tools. One of the biggest categories is AI-powered tutoring systems. Platforms like Khan Academy and Coursera are integrating AI to provide instant feedback and guidance. When you're watching a video lecture or doing an exercise, these systems can prompt you with questions to check your understanding. If you get something wrong, they don't just say incorrect. They might offer a hint, link you back to the exact moment in a video where the concept was explained, or provide a step-by-step solution. This immediate, interactive feedback loop is crucial for learning. You're not waiting until your homework is graded a week later to find out you've been doing something wrong. You correct your mistakes on the spot, which helps solidify the correct information in your brain much more effectively. Another fantastic tool is the AI-powered study app. You've probably heard of apps that use flashcards, but AI takes this to a whole new level with something called spaced repetition. Apps like Anki or Quizlet AI features use an algorithm to predict when you're most likely to forget a piece of information. Then they'll show you that specific flashcard right before you forget it. It's an incredibly efficient way to move information from your short-term to your long-term memory. It customizes the review schedule for every single card, based on how well you know it. So you'll see the difficult concepts more frequently, and the easy ones less often. This saves you hours of mindlessly flipping through cards and ensures that your study time is as productive as possible. But AI's role in education goes beyond just quizzes and flashcards. Let's talk about research and writing. We all know how tedious it can be to sift through dozens of articles and books to find relevant information for a paper. AI research assistants are here to help. Tools like Semantic Scholar or Elicit, or can analyze thousands of academic papers in seconds. You can ask them a research question in plain language, and they'll summarize the key findings from the most relevant studies. This doesn't just save you time. It helps you discover connections and viewpoints you might have missed otherwise. When it comes to writing, AI tools like Grammarly or ProWriting Aid do more than just check for spelling and grammar. They analyze your writing style, suggest improvements for clarity and tone, and can even check for plagiarism. It's like having an editor looking over your shoulder, helping you become a more articulate and effective writer. Let's not forget about language learning. This is an area where AI is making a huge impact. Apps like Duolingo, Babbel, and Memrise use AI to create a completely immersive and personalized experience. They have AI-powered chatbots that you can have actual conversations with. You can practice your pronunciation, and the AI will give you instant feedback on your accent. It adjusts the difficulty of the lessons based on your progress, introducing new vocabulary and grammar rules just when you're ready for them. This creates a low-pressure environment to practice speaking, which is something many learners find intimidating. You can make mistakes without feeling embarrassed, and you can practice as much as you want, whenever you want. It's like having a native speaker to talk to right in your pocket. Another exciting development is AI-powered simulations and virtual labs. For subjects like science, engineering, or medicine, hands-on experience is critical, but access to a real laboratory can be limited and expensive. AI-driven virtual labs allow students to conduct experiments in a safe, controlled digital environment. You can mix virtual chemicals without any risk, dissect a digital frog, or even perform a simulated surgery. These simulations are incredibly realistic and provide immediate feedback. If you make a mistake, the simulation can show you the consequences and explain what you should have done differently. This allows for learning through trial and error in a way that would be impossible or dangerous in the real world. It makes abstract concepts tangible and gives students the practical skills they need for their future careers. So how exactly does AI help us learn faster? It boils down to three key things: efficiency, engagement, and personalization. By automating a lot of the repetitive, time-consuming tasks like creating flashcards or searching for resources, AI frees up your mental energy to focus on what really matters: understanding the material. The interactive and game-like features of many AI tools also make learning more engaging and fun. When you're actively involved and enjoying the process, you're more likely to stay motivated and retain information. But the biggest factor is personalization. AI tailors the learning experience to your individual needs, allowing you to master concepts at your own pace. You're not held back by the class average, nor are you left behind struggling to keep up. This targeted approach ensures that every minute of your study time is spent as effectively as possible. Of course, it's important to remember that AI is a tool, not a magic solution. It's here to supplement our learning, not replace teachers or our own effort. Critical thinking, creativity, and problem-solving are still human skills that we need to develop. The goal is to use AI smartly, to offload the cognitive tasks that can be automated, so we can focus on the higher-level thinking that truly deepens our understanding. For example, use an AI research tool to gather information, but then it's up to you to analyze that information, form your own arguments, and express your unique perspective. Think of AI as your co-pilot. It can handle the navigation and system checks, but you are still the one flying the plane. So what are some practical steps you can take to start incorporating AI into your studies today? Start small. Pick one area where you struggle the most. Is it memorizing vocabulary? Try a spaced repetition app. Is it writing essays? Use an AI writing assistant to proofread your next assignment. Many of these tools offer free versions or trials, so you can experiment and see what works for you without any commitment. Don't be afraid to try a few different platforms. The best tool is the one that fits your learning style and your specific needs. And remember to share your experiences with your friends and classmates. You might discover new tools and strategies from each other. The world of AI in education is constantly evolving, with new and more powerful tools being developed all the time. What we're seeing now is just the beginning. Imagine a future where your AI tutor not only helps you with your homework, but also understands your emotional state. It could recognize when you're feeling frustrated or bored and adjust the lesson to keep you motivated. Or imagine AI-generated virtual reality field trips that can transport you to ancient Rome or the surface of Mars. The possibilities are truly endless. By embracing these technologies now, you're not just improving your grades, you're preparing yourself for a future where lifelong learning and adapting to new tools will be essential skills. So there you have it, a look into the incredible potential of AI to help us all become better, faster learners. From personalized tutors and smart study apps to powerful research assistants and virtual labs, AI is already making a huge difference. It's all about working smarter, not just harder. I encourage you to explore some of the tools we've discussed and see how they can transform your own study routine. The future of learning is here, and it's more personalized, engaging, and efficient than ever before. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more content on learning and technology. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Are you already using any AI tools for your studies? What are your favorites? Let's share our knowledge and help each other learn. Until next time, happy studying. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into something that's quietly reshaping the entire world of business: artificial intelligence. You hear the term AI thrown around a lot, but what does it actually mean for companies big and small? How is it changing the way they operate, serve customers, and even make money? Well, stick around, because we're about to break it all down. Let's start with the most obvious one: automation. Think about all the repetitive tasks that used to take up hours of a person's day. Things like data entry, sorting emails, or even managing invoices. AI is like a super efficient assistant that never gets tired and never makes a typo. In manufacturing, AI-powered robots are assembling products with incredible precision, 24/7. In offices, software bots are handling administrative work, freeing up human employees to focus on more creative and strategic tasks. This isn't about replacing people. It's about augmenting their abilities, making teams more productive, and letting them tackle bigger, more interesting problems. It's about working smarter, not just harder. Next up, and this one is a massive game changer: data analysis. Businesses today are swimming in data. Every click, every purchase, every customer interaction creates a data point. But all that data is useless unless you can understand it. That's where AI shines. AI algorithms can sift through enormous datasets in seconds, identifying patterns and trends that a human analyst might miss over a lifetime. Imagine a retail company instantly knowing which products are selling best in which regions and why, or a marketing team understanding exactly which ads are resonating with their audience. AI turns raw data into actionable insights, allowing businesses to make smarter, data-driven decisions instead of just relying on guesswork. It's like having a crystal ball that's backed by pure, hard numbers. This predictive power helps businesses anticipate customer needs, optimize their supply chains, and stay one step ahead of the competition. Now let's talk about something we've all interacted with: chatbots. Remember the days of being on hold for an hour just to ask a simple question? AI is making that a thing of the past. Modern AI chatbots are incredibly sophisticated. They can understand natural language, answer complex questions, process returns, and even guide you through a purchase, all in real time. For businesses, this means they can offer 24/7 customer support without needing a massive call center staff. This not only saves money, but also dramatically improves the customer experience. You get instant answers, and the company gets happier, more loyal customers. And it's not just for external customers. Internally, AI assistants can help employees find information, book meeting rooms, or get IT support instantly. It's all about creating a smoother, more efficient experience for everyone involved. Finally, let's look at the high-stakes world of finance. This is where AI is having a truly profound impact. The stock market, for instance, is incredibly complex and volatile. AI algorithms can analyze market data, news reports, and social media sentiment in real time to predict stock price movements with a level of accuracy that was previously unimaginable. This is known as algorithmic trading. Hedge funds and investment banks are using AI to execute trades faster than any human ever could. But it's not just for Wall Street. AI is also revolutionizing personal finance. It helps banks detect fraudulent transactions by spotting unusual spending patterns, protecting your money from thieves. It's also used for credit scoring, creating fairer and more accurate assessments of loan applications. AI is essentially becoming the brain behind the modern financial system, making it faster, smarter, and more secure. So what does all this mean for the future of business? It means we're entering an era of unprecedented efficiency and intelligence. AI is no longer a futuristic concept from a sci-fi movie. It's a practical tool that businesses are using right now to gain a competitive edge. From automating the mundane to predicting the future, AI is transforming every single department. It's helping businesses understand their customers better, operate more efficiently, and make smarter decisions. The companies that embrace AI will be the ones that thrive in the years to come, while those that don't risk being left behind. It's an exciting and slightly intimidating new frontier, but one that holds incredible promise. That's all for today's deep dive. I hope this gave you a clearer picture of how AI is actively changing the business landscape. It's a huge topic and we've only just scratched the surface. What part of AI in business interests you the most? Let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more content just like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Have you ever been stuck in a traffic jam, just inching forward and thought, there has to be a better way? Well, the future of how we get around is not just coming, it's already starting to unfold, and it's more exciting than you might imagine. Today, we're going on a journey into the world of future mobility. We'll explore the incredible technology of self-driving cars, dive into the genius of smart traffic systems, and look up at the skies to see how drones are changing the game. This isn't science fiction anymore, it's the next great leap in human transportation. So buckle up, because the ride is about to get seriously interesting. Let's start with the star of the show, the self-driving car. You've probably seen them in movies, but they're rapidly becoming a reality on our roads. So how do they actually work? Imagine a car with superpowers. It's equipped with an array of sensors, cameras, radar, and something called LiDAR, which uses lasers to create a 3D map of the world around it. All this data flows into an incredibly powerful onboard computer, the car's brain. This brain uses advanced artificial intelligence to process everything in real time. It can see pedestrians, recognize traffic lights, understand road signs, and predict what other drivers are going to do, often better than a human can. There are different levels of automation, from level 0, which is just your standard car, all the way up to level 5. A level 5 car is fully autonomous. That means no steering wheel, no pedals. You just get in, tell it where you want to go, and then you can relax, read a book, watch a movie, or even take a nap. Companies like Waymo, Cruise, and Tesla are pushing the boundaries every single day, running pilot programs in cities around the world. The goal isn't just convenience, it's about safety. Over 90% of car accidents are caused by human error. Autonomous cars don't get tired, they don't get distracted by their phones, and they don't drive drunk. The potential to save millions of lives is one of the biggest driving forces behind this revolution. Imagine a world with far fewer accidents, where the roads are safer for everyone. That's the promise of self-driving technology. But having smart cars is only half the battle. If they're all driving on dumb roads, we're still going to have problems. This is where smart traffic systems come in. Think of it as upgrading our entire city's transportation network to a single intelligent system. This is the concept of a smart city. Instead of traffic lights on simple timers, imagine lights that can communicate with each other and with the cars approaching them. These systems use a network of sensors, cameras, and data analytics to understand traffic flow in real time. If there's an accident on one street, the system can instantly reroute traffic to avoid a massive jam. It can give emergency vehicles a green wave, turning all the lights green in their path so they can get to a hospital or a fire without delay. This is called vehicle to everything, or V2X communication. Cars can talk to other cars, to the traffic infrastructure, and even to pedestrian smartphones. Your car could get a warning that someone is about to step into the street from behind a parked bus, long before you or the car's cameras could see them. Smart parking solutions can guide you directly to an empty spot, saving you from circling the block endlessly. The entire system works together, like a beautifully choreographed dance, to make traffic more efficient, reduce congestion, and cut down on pollution from idling cars. Less time stuck in traffic means less stress, cleaner air, and more time for the things that matter. It's about making our cities not just smarter, but more livable for everyone. The data collected can also help city planners make better decisions for the future, like where to build new roads or add more public transit options. It's a complete overhaul of how we manage movement in our urban centers. Now, let's lift our gaze from the roads and look to the sky. Drones, or unmanned aerial vehicles, UAVs, are poised to become another crucial piece of the future mobility puzzle. We usually think of drones for photography or videography, but their potential goes so much further. Imagine getting a package delivered not by a truck, but by a small, quiet drone that lands right on your doorstep. Companies like Amazon Prime Air and Wing, which is part of Google's parent company, are already testing these services. For urgent deliveries, like life-saving medicine to a remote area or a critical part for a factory, drones can be faster and more efficient than any ground vehicle. They can fly over traffic, rivers, and difficult terrain with ease. But it's not just about package delivery. Think about air taxis. Several companies are developing larger passenger-carrying drones. These are essentially small electric autonomous helicopters designed for short urban flights. Picture this. You need to get from one side of a big city to the other during rush hour. Instead of a 1-hour taxi ride, you could book an air taxi from a rooftop vertiport and be at your destination in just 15 minutes, flying quietly over all the gridlock below. It sounds futuristic, but prototypes are already flying. These electric vertical takeoff and landing vehicles, or eVTOLs, are cleaner, quieter, and potentially much cheaper to operate than traditional helicopters. They could revolutionize urban travel, creating a new third dimension for our daily commutes. This would free up space on our roads and offer a brand new, incredibly fast way to get around. So what does this all mean when we put it together? We're looking at a future that is integrated, efficient, and incredibly intelligent. Your morning could look like this. You book a shared autonomous vehicle through an app on your phone. The car arrives at your door and takes you to a local transit hub. Along the way, it's communicating with the smart traffic system, ensuring a smooth and fast journey. At the hub, you might hop on a high-speed train for the longer part of your commute. And for that final mile to your office in a dense downtown area, maybe you take a quick trip on an autonomous shuttle or even an air taxi. This is the idea of mobility as a service, or MaaS. Instead of owning a car, you subscribe to a service that gives you access to a whole range of transportation options, all through a single app. You just tell it where you want to go, and it figures out the best, fastest, and most efficient combination of vehicles to get you there. This interconnected system promises a future with less congestion, cleaner air, and more free time. The environmental benefits are huge. Many of these future vehicles, especially drones and autonomous shuttles, will be electric, reducing our carbon footprint. And with fewer cars on the road thanks to sharing, we can reclaim public space. Imagine parking lots turned into parks, or extra lanes of traffic turned into bike paths and wider sidewalks. Our cities could become greener, quieter, and more people-focused. Of course, getting to this future won't be without its challenges. There are huge technical hurdles to overcome, especially with ensuring the safety and reliability of autonomous systems. We also need to think about cybersecurity. If our entire transportation network is connected, we have to make sure it's protected from hackers. Then there are the legal and ethical questions. In the rare event of an unavoidable accident, who is responsible? The owner, the manufacturer, the software developer. And we need to ensure that this new technology is accessible to everyone, not just the wealthy. We must avoid creating a two-tiered system of transportation. These are complex issues that engineers, lawmakers, and society as a whole will need to solve together. But despite the challenges, the direction is clear. The way we move is on the brink of a massive transformation. The convergence of artificial intelligence, connectivity, and electrification is creating a new era of mobility. Self-driving cars will make our roads safer. Smart traffic systems will make our cities more efficient, and drones will open up the skies for transport. This isn't just about faster or more convenient travel. It's about fundamentally rethinking our relationship with our cities and with each other. It's about creating a future that is safer, cleaner, and gives us back our most valuable resource, time. The road ahead is exciting, and we are all passengers on this incredible journey. What part of this future are you most excited about? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this journey into the future of mobility as fascinating as I did, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more explorations into the technology that is shaping our world. See you in the next one. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Have you ever watched a movie and wondered, How on earth did they do that? Or played a video game with characters that feel almost human? Well, today we'd be pulling back the curtain on the secret ingredient that's transforming entertainment as we know it. Artificial intelligence. From the biggest Hollywood blockbusters to the indie game you're obsessed with, AI is the silent partner, the invisible artist that's pushing the boundaries of creativity. Stick around, because we're about to dive deep into how AI is changing movies, editing, music, gaming, and animation. You might be surprised at just how much of what you love is powered by code. Let's start with the big screen. Movies. AI is a total game changer here. One of the most famous examples is de-aging. Remember seeing a much younger Will Smith in Gemini Man? Or Robert De Niro in The Irishman? That wasn't just makeup and clever lighting. It was sophisticated AI algorithms that analyzed old footage of the actors, learned their facial structures and expressions from when they were younger, and then meticulously applied that digital mask onto their current performance. The result is seamless and shockingly realistic. But it's not just about turning back the clock. AI is also used to create massive crowd scenes. Instead of hiring thousands of extras for a battle scene, studios can use AI to generate virtual crowds where each individual agent behaves independently, reacting to the environment and avoiding collisions. It saves a ton of money and time, and it allows for epic scenes that would have been almost impossible to film just a decade ago. AI even helps in the pre-production stage, before a single frame is shot. Some studios are now using AI to analyze scripts. These tools can predict box office performance, suggest which actors might be a good fit for a role based on past successes, and even identify potential plot holes or pacing issues. It's like having a super intelligent script doctor on call 24/7. So, the next time you see a massive army charging across the screen, or an actor looking decades younger, remember the powerful AI working tirelessly behind the scenes to make that movie magic happen. Now, let's move from the glitz of Hollywood to the editor's bay. Video editing is traditionally a painstaking, time-consuming process, but AI is turning it into a much smarter and faster workflow. Imagine you've just finished a long interview with multiple cameras. Instead of manually syncing all the audio and video clips, AI-powered software can do it in seconds just by analyzing the audio waveforms. But that's just the beginning. AI tools can automatically transcribe all the spoken dialogue into text. This is huge. It means editors can literally edit the video by editing the text. If you want to cut a sentence, you just delete it from the transcript, and the corresponding video clip is automatically removed. This speeds up the rough cut process exponentially. Color grading is another area where AI is making a huge impact. You can now use AI to automatically match the color palette of your footage to a reference image or a famous film. Want your video to have the moody, desaturated look of The Matrix? Just show the AI a still from the movie, and it will apply a similar color grade to your entire project. It's an incredible shortcut for achieving a professional cinematic look. AI can also handle tedious tasks like object removal. If there's an unwanted microphone or a person walking in the background of a perfect shot, AI can intelligently paint them out, filling in the background as if they were never there. It's making professional-level post-production accessible to everyone, from YouTubers to indie filmmakers. Okay, let's switch gears and talk about something for our ears. Music. AI music generation is an explosive field. We're not just talking about simple loops and beats anymore. AI composers can now create complex, full-length pieces of music in almost any genre you can imagine. How does it work? Well, these AI models are trained on massive datasets of existing music. They learn music theory, harmony, rhythm, and structure. Then you can give it a prompt like create an upbeat orchestral track for an adventure movie trailer, and it will generate a completely original piece of music that fits the description. Companies are already using this for background music in commercials, YouTube videos, and podcasts. It's a quick and affordable alternative to licensing expensive tracks or hiring a composer. But AI isn't just about replacing human composers, it's also becoming a powerful collaborative tool. Musicians can use AI to generate new ideas when they're stuck. Maybe you have a chord progression but need a melody to go with it. You can feed the chords to an AI, and it can generate dozens of melodic options for you to choose from and build upon. It can also help with the technical side of things. AI-powered mixing and mastering tools can automatically balance the levels of different instruments, add EQ and compression, and make a track sound polished and professional with just a few clicks. It's like having a world-class audio engineer right inside your computer, helping to bring your musical ideas to life faster and better than ever before. Now for my personal favorite, video games. AI is the very soul of modern gaming. Think about any non-player character or NPC in a game. Their behavior is all driven by AI. In the early days, this was pretty basic. Enemies would just follow a simple path and attack you when you got close. But now AI in gaming is incredibly sophisticated. In games like The Last of Us, enemies don't just run at you. They communicate with each other, they try to flank you, they take cover, and they react realistically to sound and light. This dynamic AI creates emergent gameplay, where every encounter feels unique and unpredictable. It makes the game world feel alive and truly challenging. And it's not just about creating smarter enemies. AI is also used for procedural content generation, or PCG. This is how games like No Man's Sky can create a universe with billions of unique planets, or how games like Minecraft can generate endless, explorable worlds. Instead of designers handcrafting every single mountain, tree, and creature, they create a set of rules and let the AI generate the world based on those rules. This allows for massive, diverse game worlds that would be impossible for a human team to create manually. AI is also getting better at personalizing the player's experience. It can analyze your play style and adjust the difficulty in real time, or even generate quests and stories that are tailored specifically to your interests. The future of gaming is one where the world itself adapts and responds to you, the player. Finally, let's talk about animation. From classic 2D cartoons to stunning 3D CGI, AI is revolutionizing how animated stories are told. One of the most labor-intensive parts of animation is the in-betweening process. A lead artist draws the keyframes of a movement, and traditionally a team of junior animators would have to draw all the frames in between to create smooth motion. Now AI can do that automatically. It analyzes the keyframes and intelligently generates the in-between frames, saving animators countless hours of tedious work. This frees them up to focus on the more creative aspects of character performance and storytelling. In the world of 3D animation, AI is helping to create more realistic character movements. Motion capture is great, but what if you need a character to perform an action that is too dangerous or impossible for a human actor? AI-powered physics engines can simulate how a character's body, muscles, and even clothing would realistically move and react to forces like gravity and wind. AI is also being used for facial animation. New tools can take an audio recording of a voice actor and automatically generate realistic lip sync and facial expressions for a 3D character, matching the emotion and cadence of the speech. This technology is getting so good that it's becoming harder and harder to tell the difference between a real actor's performance and an AI-generated one. So there you have it. AI is no longer a futuristic concept from science fiction. It's a powerful and versatile tool that is actively shaping the entertainment we consume every single day. It's making the impossible possible in movies, streamlining complex workflows in video editing, composing new soundtracks for our lives, creating living, breathing worlds in our video games, and pushing the art of animation to incredible new heights. It's not about replacing human creativity, but augmenting it, giving artists and creators new superpowers to tell bigger, better, and more immersive stories. The future of entertainment is a collaboration between the human mind and the artificial mind, and honestly, I can't wait to see what they create next. Thanks so much for watching. What's the most impressive use of AI you've seen in a movie or game? Let me know down in the comments, and if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more content about technology and creativity. See you in the next one. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're a creator like me, you know that keeping up with the latest tech can feel like a full-time job. But what if I told you there's a revolution happening right now that can save you time, spark your creativity, and even help you make better content? I'm talking about AI, and it's no longer just a buzzword. It's a powerful creative partner. Today we're diving deep into the world of AI tools that are specifically designed for us, the creators. We'll look at the best of the best in 4 key areas: generating stunning images out of thin air, editing videos faster than ever, creating realistic voiceovers without a microphone, and even writing scripts like this one. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which tools can take your content to the next level. So grab a coffee, get comfortable, and let's explore the future of creation together. First up, let's talk about image generation. Gone are the days of spending hours searching for the perfect stock photo or hiring an expensive graphic designer for a simple thumbnail. Tools like Midjourney and DALL-E 3 are changing everything. Let's start with Midjourney. You've probably seen its hyper-realistic and artistic images all over the internet. Midjourney operates through Discord, which might feel a bit quirky at first, but its power is undeniable. The key is in the prompt. The more descriptive you are, the better the result. For example, instead of just saying a cat, you could write a photorealistic image of a fluffy ginger cat wearing a tiny blue bow tie, sitting in a sunlit library. Cinematic lighting. The level of detail you can get is just insane. It's fantastic for creating unique brand visuals, fantasy art, or just some mind-blowing social media posts. On the other hand, we have DALL-E 3, which is now integrated into ChatGPT Plus and Microsoft's Copilot. What makes DALL-E 3 stand out is its incredible understanding of natural language and its ability to accurately create images with text in them. If you've ever tried to get an AI to write a specific word on a sign, you know how much of a struggle it used to be. DALL-E 3 nails it most of the time. It is also a bit more user-friendly for beginners since you can chat with it conversationally to refine your image. If you want a quick, high-quality image for a blog post or a thumbnail that says new video, DALL-E 3 is probably your best bet. So, for artistic control and stunning visuals, I lean towards Midjourney. For ease of use and text integration, DALL-E 3 is the winner. Now let's move on to something that takes up a huge chunk of our time: video editing. Traditional editing is a craft, but AI is here to handle the grunt work. One of the most talked about tools is Descript. Descript is revolutionary because it edits video like a Word document. It automatically transcribes your video, and then you can literally cut parts of your video by deleting the corresponding text. Stumbled on your words? Just highlight and delete the ums and ahs. It's that simple. It also has a feature called Studio Sound, which with one click can make your audio sound like it was recorded in a professional studio, removing background noise and echo. For podcast and talking head video creators, this is an absolute game changer, saving countless hours. But what if you're looking for more creative editing? That's where tools like Runway ML come in. Runway is like a magic toolbox for video effects. It has features like Gen 2, which can generate entire video clips from a text prompt or an image. Imagine typing a drone shot flying over a futuristic city at sunset and getting a video clip just seconds later. It can also do things like automatically remove the background from a video without a green screen, paint out unwanted objects, or even automatically track motion. While it won't replace a full-fledged editor like Premiere Pro for complex projects, it's perfect for creating stunning B-roll, unique visual effects, and social media clips that stop the scroll. So for streamlined text-based editing, Descript is king. For creative effects and AI-generated video, Runway is leading the charge. Okay, let's talk about a technology that's both fascinating and a little bit spooky: voice cloning. Tools like ElevenLabs have made it possible to create a digital replica of your own voice. The process is surprisingly simple. You upload a few minutes of clean audio of you speaking, and the AI analyzes your tone, pitch, and inflection. Once it's done, you can type any text and it will read it back in your voice. The quality is astonishingly realistic. So why would you want to do this? Imagine you made a mistake in a voiceover. Instead of re-recording the whole thing, you just type the correction and generate the new audio in your own voice. It's also great for creating audio versions of your blog posts, or even for dubbing your content into other languages while retaining the sound of your own voice. Of course, with this power comes great responsibility. The ethical implications are huge, which is why services like ElevenLabs have strict verification policies to ensure you're only cloning your own voice. Another great tool in this space is PlayHT. It offers a huge library of ultra-realistic stock voices if you don't want to use your own, which is perfect for creating narration for explainer videos or corporate content without hiring a voice actor. The level of emotional nuance you can add to these AI voices is getting better every day. So for creating a perfect digital double of your voice, 11 Labs is the top contender. For a vast library of high-quality stock AI voices, check out PlayHT. It's an incredible way to add a professional audio layer to your content. Finally, let's discuss the tool that actually helped me outline this very video, AI Writing Assistants. You've all heard of ChatGPT, and for good reason. As a creator, it's like having a brainstorming partner, a researcher, and a copy editor available 24/7. I use it for everything. Need 10 video ideas about indoor gardening? Done. Need to turn a complex topic into a simple, easy-to-understand script? No problem. It can help you write video titles that are optimized for search, craft engaging descriptions, and even write the entire first draft of a script. The key is to treat it as an assistant, not a replacement. You provide the ideas, the direction, and the final polish. It just does the heavy lifting in between. But ChatGPT isn't the only player. For more specialized writing tasks, tools like Jasper AI and Copy AI are fantastic. Jasper is specifically trained on marketing and conversion-focused copy. If you need to write compelling ad copy, social media captions that drive engagement, or email newsletters that get opened, Jasper excels. It has templates for almost every marketing need you can imagine. Copy AI is another strong competitor, known for its user-friendly interface and a wide range of tools for generating creative copy, blog post outlines, and product descriptions. For general-purpose brainstorming and script writing, ChatGPT is an unbeatable all-rounder. For high-converting marketing copy, Jasper is worth the investment. These tools don't just cure writer's block, they unlock new levels of productivity. So there you have it. A whirlwind tour of the AI tools that are reshaping the creator landscape. From Midjourney's artistic genius and Descript's editing efficiency to 11 Labs' vocal magic and ChatGPT's writing prowess, there's an AI tool out there to help you with almost every part of your creative process. The best part is, this technology is only getting better and more accessible. My advice? Don't be afraid of it. Jump in and start experimenting. Pick one area you want to improve. Maybe it's your thumbnails or your editing workflow, and try one of these tools. You'll be amazed at how much time you can save and how it can free you up to focus on what really matters, your ideas and your unique voice. The future of content creation isn't about humans versus machines. It's about humans with machines. It's about augmenting our creativity, not replacing it. I'm genuinely excited to see the incredible things we'll all create with these new superpowers. What AI tools are you using? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to check them out. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content on how to level up your creator game. See you in the next one. Have you ever wondered how a robot actually works? It's not just a bunch of gears and wires. It's a symphony of incredible technology that's changing our world in ways we once only dreamed of. Today we're going on a deep dive to uncover the secrets behind these amazing machines, exploring how artificial intelligence, advanced sensors, and automation are bringing robots to life in factories, our homes, and even the vast expanse of outer space. So, let's start with the brain of the operation, artificial intelligence, or AI. Think of AI as the robot's mind. It's what allows a robot to learn, reason, and make decisions. In the early days, robots were just programmed to do one specific task over and over again, like a simple arm on an assembly line. If anything changed, the robot would just keep doing its programmed action, which could lead to big problems. But with AI, that's all changed. Modern robots use machine learning, a type of AI to adapt to new situations. For example, in a factory, an AI-powered robot can learn to identify different car parts, even if they are not perfectly positioned. It analyzes data from its cameras, learns what a door or a hood looks like from thousands of examples, and can then pick it up and place it with incredible precision. This is a huge leap from just following a pre-programmed path. AI also enables robots to understand our spoken commands. When you talk to a smart vacuum cleaner, natural language processing, another branch of AI, translates your words into actions the robot can understand. It's the difference between a machine that follows rigid instructions and one that can actually think and interact with its environment. But how does a robot know what's happening around it? How does it see, hear, or even feel? That's where sensors come in. Sensors are the robot's senses, its eyes, ears, and fingertips. They are the bridges that connect the robot's digital brain to the physical world. Without them, a robot would be blind and deaf, unable to do anything useful. There are so many different types of sensors. Vision sensors, like cameras, are probably the most common. They allow robots to see objects, navigate around obstacles, and inspect products for defects on an assembly line. Then you have proximity sensors, which use infrared light or sound waves to detect when something is close by. This is crucial for safety, preventing a large industrial robot from accidentally bumping into a person. Your robot vacuum uses these to avoid crashing into furniture. There are also force sensors that give robots a sense of touch. These allow a robotic hand to pick up a delicate object like an egg without crushing it. By measuring the exact amount of pressure being applied, they can feel the texture and shape of objects, which is essential for complex assembly tasks. Let's look at space exploration, a place where sensors are absolutely critical. The rovers on Mars, like Perseverance, are packed with an incredible array of sensors. They have high-resolution cameras to see the Martian landscape, spectrometers to analyze the chemical composition of rocks, and even a weather station to measure temperature, wind, and humidity. These sensors gather all the data, which is then processed by the rover's onboard computer. Without these sophisticated sensors, exploring other planets from millions of miles away would be impossible. They are our eyes and hands on another world. Now let's bring these two concepts together, AI and sensors. This powerful combination is what drives automation, the process of making a system operate automatically. Automation is the doing part. It is the result of a robot using its AI brain to process information from its sensors and then taking action with its motors and actuators. Let's revisit the manufacturing floor. Imagine a car factory. A robot with a camera, a vision sensor, sees a car chassis coming down the line. Its AI brain identifies the model of the car and knows exactly where a door needs to be attached. It communicates with other robots to coordinate its movements. Using force sensors in its gripper, it picks up the door with just the right amount of force. Proximity sensors ensure it doesn't collide with anything as it moves toward the car. It then aligns the door perfectly and bolts it into place. This entire sequence is a beautiful example of automation in action, a seamless dance of intelligence, perception, and physical action. This level of automation increases efficiency, improves quality, and keeps human workers safe from dangerous tasks. Now think about your home. That little robot vacuum cleaner is a marvel of household automation. It uses infrared sensors to map your room and avoid falling downstairs. It uses bump sensors to know when it has hit a wall or a chair leg. Its AI algorithm then uses this sensor data to create an efficient cleaning path, ensuring it covers the entire floor without getting stuck. It might even have dirt detection sensors that tell it to spend extra time on a particularly messy spot. When its battery is low, it uses its sensors to find its way back to the charging dock. All of this happens automatically, without you needing to lift a finger. This is a simple but brilliant example of how AI and sensors work together to automate a household chore. And what about the final frontier? Space exploration is perhaps the most challenging environment for automation. We can't just send a person to fix a robot on Mars. It has to be incredibly self-reliant. The Mars rovers are a perfect example. When scientists on Earth send a command like, "Drive to that rock over there," the rover doesn't just blindly follow it. Its AI brain uses data from its navigation cameras and sensors to plan the safest route, avoiding craters and large rocks along the way. This is called autonomous navigation. The rover is making its own decisions based on what its senses are telling it. It can also autonomously decide to use its robotic arm to drill into a rock that its sensors have identified as scientifically interesting. This level of automation is essential for exploring distant worlds, where direct real-time control is impossible due to the immense communication delays. So to recap, it's a three-part process. First, sensors gather data from the world around the robot, acting as its eyes, ears, and touch. Second, the AI brain processes all this sensory data, thinks, learns, and decides what to do next. Finally, automation is the physical action, the robot using its motors and limbs to carry out the decision, whether it's welding a car door, vacuuming your living room, or drilling into a Martian rock. The future of robotics is incredibly exciting. As AI becomes even more intelligent and sensors become more sensitive and sophisticated, the capabilities of robots will grow exponentially. We'll see them in more and more areas of our lives, from performing complex surgeries with superhuman precision to assisting the elderly in their homes and exploring oceans and planets we cannot yet reach. They are not just tools, they are becoming our partners, helping us to build a better, safer, and more efficient world. The magic isn't in the metal, it's in the intelligent synergy of AI, sensors, and automation. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this gives you a clearer picture of the amazing technology that powers the robots all around us. If you found this interesting, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of tech and science. Let me know in the comments where you think robots will make the biggest impact next. See you in the next video. Ever wondered how your phone can instantly translate a foreign menu? Or how your smart speaker understands your commands? It feels like magic, but it's actually the incredible power of artificial intelligence. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of how AI learns and understands human language. This field is called natural language processing, or NLP for short. So how does a machine, a bunch of circuits and code, make sense of our complex, nuanced, and often messy way of speaking? It all starts with data, a massive, mind-boggling amount of data. AI models are fed trillions of words from books, websites, articles, and conversations. They don't just read this text, they analyze it. They learn patterns, relationships between words, grammar, context, and even sentiment. Think of it like this. When we learn a language as kids, we don't just memorize a dictionary. We listen, we speak, we make mistakes, and we learn from context. AI does something similar, but on a superhuman scale. It builds what's called a language model, which is essentially a complex mathematical representation of language. This model allows the AI to predict what word is most likely to come next in a sentence. Let's start with something we use all the time: machine translation. Remember the old days of translation tools? You'd put in a sentence and get back a jumbled mess of words that barely made sense. That's because early systems translated word for word, ignoring grammar and context. Modern AI translators are completely different. They use something called neural machine translation. Instead of looking at individual words, these systems look at the entire sentence. They encode the meaning of the source sentence into a complex set of numbers, and then decode that meaning back into the target language, constructing a brand new, grammatically correct sentence. This is why you can now translate long paragraphs and get something that reads almost like a human wrote it. The AI isn't just swapping words, it's understanding the underlying idea and re-expressing it in another language. Next up, let's talk about chatbots and voice assistants like Siri, Alexa, or Google Assistant. How do they understand what you're asking? This involves two key steps: speech recognition and natural language understanding. First, when you speak, the AI has to convert your sound waves into text. This is automatic speech recognition, or ASR. It's incredibly complex. The AI has to filter out background noise, understand different accents, and distinguish between similar sounding words. It learns this by listening to thousands of hours of human speech. Once your voice is converted to text, the second step kicks in: natural language understanding, or NLU. The AI has to figure out your intent. If you say, "What's the weather like in London tomorrow?" the AI needs to identify the key entities: weather, London, and tomorrow. It also needs to understand your intent, which is to get a forecast. It then queries a weather database for London's forecast for the next day and presents the answer. This ability to break down a sentence into intent and entities is what makes chatbots so useful. Whether you're ordering a pizza or asking for customer support, they're not just matching keywords, they are genuinely trying to grasp the meaning behind your words. This brings us to one of the most exciting areas: text generation. You've probably heard of models like GPT, which stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformer. These are the creative writers of the AI world. How do they generate such coherent and human-like text? From writing emails to crafting poems? It all goes back to that idea of prediction. These massive language models have analyzed so much text that they've become masters of probability. When you give it a prompt, like, "Once upon a time, in a land far away," the model calculates the most probable next word. Let's say it chooses there. Then, based on "once upon a time, in a land far away there," it calculates the next most probable word, maybe lived. It continues this process, word by word, building out sentences and paragraphs. But it's not just choosing the single most likely word every time. To make the text more creative and less predictable, it introduces a bit of randomness, allowing it to sometimes pick the second or third most likely word. This is how it can generate different responses to the same prompt and avoid sounding robotic. The core technology behind this is called the transformer architecture. It's a breakthrough that allows the model to weigh the importance of different words in the input text, giving it a much better sense of context, even over long paragraphs. This is what allows it to maintain a consistent topic and style. So when you see an AI writing a blog post, summarizing a long document, or even helping a developer write code, it's using these predictive capabilities. It has learned the structure, style, and flow of human language so well that it can mimic it with stunning accuracy. It's not thinking or feeling in the human sense. It's a master of patterns and probabilities, a statistical powerhouse that has learned to communicate. Let's recap what we've covered. AI understands language by first being trained on enormous amounts of text data. For translation, it captures the meaning of a whole sentence and rebuilds it in a new language. For voice assistance, it first turns your speech into text and then figures out your intent and the key information in your request. And for generating text, it uses its vast knowledge to predict the next word in a sequence, building coherent and creative content one word at a time. The progress in this field has been absolutely explosive. Just a decade ago, many of these capabilities were science fiction. Now they're integrated into our daily lives. This technology is helping us break down language barriers, access information more easily, and even augment our own creativity. Of course, it's not perfect. AI can still misunderstand sarcasm, subtle cultural references, or complex humor. It can also sometimes generate incorrect information or reflect biases present in its training data. That's why researchers are constantly working to improve these models, making them more accurate, fair, and context-aware. The goal is to create AI that doesn't just process language but truly collaborates with us. The next time you ask your phone for directions or use a translation app, take a moment to appreciate the incredible journey that's happening behind the screen. It's a symphony of data, algorithms, and mathematics all working together to bridge the gap between human and machine communication. The future of NLP is bright, and it will be exciting to see what new magical experiences it will unlock in the years to come. Thanks so much for watching and exploring the amazing world of AI language with me. If you found this interesting, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more deep dives into the technology that's shaping our world. See you in the next one. Ever wondered how your phone magically tags your friends in photos or how self-driving cars see the road? It's not magic, it's artificial intelligence. And today we were going to pull back the curtain and explore the fascinating world of how AI understands images. Welcome to our channel. So how does a computer, a machine of code and logic, actually see a picture? Well, it doesn't see like we do. For a computer, an image is just a massive grid of numbers, where each number represents the color and brightness of a tiny dot called a pixel. For AI to make sense of this, it needs to learn. This learning process is called machine learning, and a popular technique for image understanding is called a convolutional neural network, or CNN for short. Imagine you're trying to find a cat in a photo. You'd look for specific features, right? Pointy ears, whiskers, a certain fur pattern. A CNN does something very similar. It breaks the image down into small pieces and scans them for basic features, like edges, corners, and colors. Then it combines these simple features into more complex ones. For example, it might learn that a certain combination of lines and curves forms an eye, and another forms a nose. It keeps building up layer by layer, combining eyes, a nose, and whiskers to finally recognize a cat's face. It's like building with Legos, starting with simple blocks and creating something complex and recognizable. This process is trained on millions of images, so the AI gets incredibly good at spotting these patterns. Now let's talk about one of the most common applications, object detection. This is what allows an AI to not just say, "There's a cat in this picture," but to also draw a box around the cat and label it. Think about a self-driving car. It needs to identify everything around it in real time. Other cars, pedestrians, traffic lights, road signs. The AI in the car is constantly running object detection, drawing these virtual boxes around everything it sees and classifying them. This allows the car to understand its environment and make safe driving decisions, like stopping for a red light or yielding to a pedestrian. It's a game changer for safety and automation. Object detection is also used in retail. You know those cashierless stores? Cameras in the ceiling use object detection to track what you pick up from the shelves. It identifies the product, adds it to your virtual cart, and charges you when you leave. No checkout lines needed. It's all about teaching the AI to find and identify specific items within a larger scene. Next up, a topic you're probably very familiar with: face recognition. This is a specialized form of object detection, but instead of looking for cars or cats, it's looking for human faces. Your phone uses it to unlock, and social media platforms use it to suggest tagging your friends. So how does it work? Once the AI detects a face, it analyzes its unique features. It measures the distance between your eyes, the shape of your chin, the width of your nose, and dozens of other points. It then creates a unique numerical code, a face print for that person. It's like a fingerprint, but for your face. When you try to unlock your phone, it compares the face it sees now to the stored face print. If they match, voila, it unlocks. Of course, this technology comes with big questions about privacy and ethics. While it's convenient for unlocking your phone, its use in mass surveillance by governments or companies raises serious concerns. It's a powerful tool, and as a society, we're still figuring out the right way to regulate it to protect our personal privacy. It's a conversation we all need to be a part of. Let's shift gears to a field where AI image analysis is saving lives: medical imaging. Doctors and radiologists spend years training to read X-rays, MRIs, and CT scans. It's a difficult job that requires spotting tiny, subtle abnormalities. This is where AI is becoming an incredible assistant. AIs can be trained on millions of medical scans, learning to detect signs of diseases like cancer, Alzheimer's, or diabetic retinopathy, which affects the eyes. For instance, an AI can analyze a chest X-ray and highlight areas that look suspicious, drawing the radiologist's attention to potential tumors they might have missed. It doesn't replace the doctor, but it acts as a second pair of eyes, an incredibly sharp and tireless assistant. This can make diagnoses faster, more accurate, and more accessible, especially in parts of the world with a shortage of specialists. The AI can pre-screen images, flagging the most urgent cases for a human expert to review first. It's improving patient outcomes and helping doctors do their jobs more effectively. It's a perfect example of how AI can augment human expertise, leading to better healthcare for everyone. Finally, let's talk about security. Beyond face recognition, AI image analysis is revolutionizing how we keep places and data secure. Think about security cameras. In the past, someone had to manually watch hours of footage to spot an incident. It was boring and inefficient, and people would inevitably miss things. Now, AI-powered systems can monitor video feeds 24/7. They can be trained to detect unusual activity, like a person loitering in a restricted area, an abandoned bag in an airport, or a car driving the wrong way down a street. When the AI spots something suspicious, it can immediately send an alert to a human security guard. This is called anomaly detection. This proactive approach means security teams can respond to potential threats before they escalate, rather than just reviewing footage after something has already happened. It's also used in manufacturing to spot defects in products on an assembly line, or in agriculture to monitor crops for signs of disease. Anytime you need to spot something that doesn't belong, AI image analysis can be a powerful tool. So from your photo gallery to the hospital, AI is quietly working behind the scenes, making sense of the visual world in ways we could only dream of a decade ago. It all starts with that simple grid of pixels, but through complex networks and massive amounts of training data, AI learns to see, identify, and understand. It's not magic. It's the result of incredible innovation in computer science. The future of AI image understanding is even more exciting. We're seeing AIs that can describe entire scenes in detailed sentences, generate realistic images from just a text prompt, and even help robots interact with the physical world. As the technology gets better and more accessible, it will continue to transform industries and our daily lives in ways we can't even imagine yet. And that's a wrap on how AI understands images. It's a complex topic, but hopefully this gives you a clearer picture. It's a powerful technology with the potential for so much good, but also one that requires careful thought and conversation about its impact on our world. What do you think is the most interesting application of AI image analysis? Let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into the world of tech. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a topic that's been absolutely exploding lately: generative AI. You've probably seen those stunning photorealistic images or heard a celebrity's voice saying something they never actually said. That's all generative AI in action. So what is it, how does it work, and what can it do? Let's get into it. At its core, generative AI is a type of artificial intelligence that can create brand new original content. Unlike other AI that might just analyze or categorize data, this stuff makes things. It learns from massive amounts of existing data, like images, text, or audio, and then uses that knowledge to generate something completely new, yet similar in style. Think of it like a superpowered apprentice who has studied millions of paintings and can now create a masterpiece in any artist's style. Let's start with the one you've definitely seen: image generation. Tools like Midjourney, DALL-E, and Stable Diffusion are at the forefront of this. You give them a text prompt, anything from an astronaut riding a horse on Mars in a photorealistic style to a watercolor painting of a cat wearing a top hat. And within seconds they spit out a unique image. The magic behind this is a process called diffusion. The AI starts with a noisy image, just random pixels, and then it gradually refines it, step by step, removing the noise until it matches the description in your prompt. It's like a sculptor starting with a block of marble and chipping away everything that doesn't look like a horse. The AI has learned the relationship between words and visual concepts from billions of image-text pairs on the internet, which is how it knows what astronaut and horse and photorealistic should look like. The level of detail and realism these models can achieve is just mind-blowing. We're talking about creating everything from fantastical landscapes for video games to professional-looking product photos for e-commerce, all from a simple sentence. This is a game changer for artists, designers, and marketers, giving them a powerful new tool for brainstorming and creation. Of course, it also raises important questions about art and creativity, but we'll touch on that a bit later. Now let's talk about something a little more controversial: deepfakes. This term often has a negative vibe, and for good reason. Deepfakes use a technique called a generative adversarial network, or GAN. A GAN has two parts: a generator and a discriminator. The generator creates fake images, say a face swap in a video, and the discriminator's job is to tell if the image is real or fake. They are essentially in a constant battle. The generator keeps trying to fool the discriminator, getting better and better with each attempt, while the discriminator gets smarter at spotting fakes. Eventually, the generator becomes so good that its creations are nearly indistinguishable from reality to the human eye. This technology can be used for harmless fun, like in movie special effects to de-age actors, or for creating funny memes. But it also has a darker side, enabling the creation of convincing fake videos for scams or spreading misinformation. It's a powerful tool, and like any tool, its impact depends entirely on how it's used. This is why developing detection tools and promoting digital literacy are more important than ever. We all need to be a bit more critical about the videos we see online. Next up is voice generation, also known as voice cloning or text-to-speech synthesis. This is where AI learns to mimic a person's voice with incredible accuracy. You just need a short audio sample of someone speaking, maybe just a few minutes, and the AI can analyze their pitch, tone, and cadence. Once it has that vocal fingerprint, it can be used to make them say anything you type. You've probably already interacted with this tech without realizing it. high-quality audiobook narrations, personalized voice assistants, and even accessibility tools for people who have lost their ability to speak all rely on advanced voice generation. The potential for good is huge. Imagine being able to listen to any article on the web in your favorite narrator's voice, or creating custom voices for animated characters in minutes instead of hours. On the flip side, the risks are similar to deepfakes. Imagine a scammer calling your grandparents using a cloned version of your voice, asking for money. It's a scary thought. This is why many companies in this space are putting safeguards in place, like requiring consent from the voice owner and developing audio watermarks to trace generated content. So how does all of this actually work under the hood? We've mentioned diffusion models for images and GANs for deepfakes, but the common thread is machine learning and neural networks. These are complex systems inspired by the human brain that can process vast amounts of data and recognize patterns. For image generation, the AI learns what a dog looks like by seeing millions of pictures of dogs. For voice generation, it learns the nuances of speech by listening to thousands of hours of audio. The key is the training phase. This requires immense computational power and massive datasets. These datasets can be anything: the entire text of Wikipedia, a library of millions of books, a huge collection of images from the internet, or hours of spoken word audio. The AI processes all this information, building internal connections and understanding the relationships between different data points. For example, it learns that the word apple is often associated with the colors red or green and a round shape. When you then give it a prompt, it's not just copying and pasting, it's using these learned patterns to generate something entirely new. It's a process of statistical prediction on a massive scale. The implications of generative AI are massive, and we're just scratching the surface. In the creative fields, it's acting as a co-pilot, helping artists and writers overcome creative blocks and explore new ideas at lightning speed. In business, it's automating content creation, from marketing copy to social media posts. In science and engineering, it's being used to design new molecules for medicine or create simulations for complex systems. But with great power comes great responsibility. We have to navigate the ethical challenges. How do we handle copyright for AI-generated art? How do we prevent the spread of misinformation through deepfakes and fake audio? How do we ensure these tools don't lead to job displacement in creative industries? These are not easy questions, and the answers will require a combination of technological solutions, thoughtful regulation, and public education. It's a conversation that all of us need to be a part of. The pace of innovation in generative AI is just breathtaking. What seemed like science fiction just a couple of years ago is now readily available to anyone with a computer. It's an incredibly exciting time, full of possibilities. Whether you're an artist, a writer, a developer, or just someone curious about the future, this is a field to watch. It's going to reshape how we create, communicate, and interact with the digital world. So experiment with it, learn about it, and most importantly, think critically about its role in our lives. Thanks so much for watching. What are your thoughts on generative AI? Have you used any of these tools? Let me know down in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about the future of technology, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next one. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into a topic that is shaping our world in ways we were only just beginning to understand. Artificial intelligence. We interact with it every day, from the movies Netflix suggests to the routes our GPS picks for us. But as AI gets smarter and more integrated into our lives, we need to ask some really important questions. Are these systems fair? What happens to our privacy? And who is responsible when things go wrong? This isn't just a tech conversation, it's a human conversation. So let's get into the ethics of AI and what it means for our future. First up, let's talk about privacy. Have you ever talked about something and then suddenly seen an ad for it on your phone? It feels a little creepy, right? AI systems are fueled by data, our data. Every click, every search, every like we give is collected and analyzed to build a profile of who we are. This can be super helpful, like when Spotify creates the perfect playlist for your mood. But it also raises a huge red flag. Where is all this data going and who has access to it? The Cambridge Analytica scandal was a massive wake-up call, showing how personal data could be used to influence public opinion without our consent. And with the rise of facial recognition technology being used in public spaces, the line between security and surveillance is getting blurrier. We have to demand more transparency and control over our digital footprint. It's our information, and we should have the final say on how it's used. Now let's move on to another critical issue: fairness and bias. You might think that because AI is based on math and logic, it must be objective, but that's a common misconception. AI models learn from the data they are trained on, and if that data reflects existing societal biases, the AI will learn and even amplify those biases. For example, some early facial recognition systems were notoriously bad at identifying women and people of color. Why? Because their training data was overwhelmingly made up of white male faces. This isn't just a technical glitch. It has real-world consequences. Imagine an AI used for hiring that systematically filters out qualified female candidates because it learned from historical data where men held most of the top positions, or a system used in the justice system that gives harsher sentencing recommendations for certain racial groups. These are not hypothetical scenarios. They are real problems we are facing right now. Creating fair AI means we need to be incredibly careful and deliberate about the data we use and constantly audit these systems for biased outcomes. So how do we fix this? This brings us to the idea of responsible AI development. It's not enough to just build powerful technology. We have to build it with a conscience. This starts with the people creating the AI. Tech companies need diverse teams, people from different backgrounds, disciplines, and with different life experiences. When you have engineers, ethicists, sociologists, and designers all working together, you're more likely to spot potential problems before they become widespread. Another key part of responsible AI is accountability. When an AI system makes a mistake, who is at fault? Is it the programmer who wrote the code? The company that deployed it? The user who operated it? We need clear legal and ethical frameworks to answer these questions. This is where concepts like explainable AI come in. It is the idea that we should be able to understand how an AI reached a particular decision. If a bank's AI denies you a loan, you have the right to know why. A black box system that just spits out an answer with no justification is simply not acceptable for high-stakes decisions. The impact of AI on jobs and the economy is another huge piece of this puzzle. We hear a lot about AI taking over jobs, and it's a valid concern. Automation is already transforming industries from manufacturing to customer service. But the story isn't just about job loss. It's about job transformation. Many new roles will be created. Jobs that require us to work alongside AI, manage AI systems, and ensure they are being used ethically. This transition requires a massive investment in education and reskilling. We need to prepare the workforce for the jobs of the future, not the jobs of the past. Governments and corporations have a shared responsibility here. We need policies that support workers through this transition, like robust social safety nets and accessible lifelong learning programs. The goal shouldn't be to stop technological progress, but to manage it in a way that benefits everyone, not just a select few. The economic gains from AI should be shared broadly across society. Now let's look at what responsible AI actually looks like in practice. It's a set of principles that guide the entire life cycle of an AI system, from its initial concept to its retirement. The first principle is transparency. People should know when they are interacting with an AI and have access to information about how it works. Second is fairness, which we've discussed, actively working to mitigate bias and ensure equitable outcomes for all groups. Third is privacy and security. Systems must be designed to protect user data and be resilient against attacks. Fourth is reliability and safety. AI systems, especially those in critical areas like healthcare or transportation, must perform consistently and safely. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, is accountability. There must be clear lines of responsibility for the outcomes of AI systems. Many leading tech companies and organizations have published their own sets of AI principles, which is a great first step. But the real challenge is turning these principles into concrete actions and engineering practices. It requires a culture shift within the tech industry. moving from move fast and break things to build thoughtfully and responsibly. So what can we as individuals do about all this? It can feel overwhelming, but we actually have a lot of power. First, become an informed citizen. Read about AI, understand the basics of how it works, and stay aware of the ethical debates surrounding it. The more we all understand, the better we can participate in the conversation about how it should be governed. Second, demand transparency and accountability from the companies and services you use. Ask questions. Read privacy policies. Support businesses that are committed to ethical technology. Third, advocate for smart regulation. Technology often outpaces the law, so it is crucial that we push our policymakers to create rules that protect citizens without stifling innovation. This isn't about being anti-tech, it's about being pro-human. We need to ensure that the AI we build aligns with our most important values: fairness, dignity, and human well-being. As we look to the future, the possibilities of AI are truly breathtaking. It has the potential to help us solve some of humanity's biggest challenges, from curing diseases to combating climate change and exploring the universe. But this incredible potential comes with an equally incredible responsibility. The choices we make today about how we design, deploy, and regulate AI will define the world our children and grandchildren inherit. Will it be a world of greater inequality and surveillance, or one of shared prosperity and expanded human potential? The technology itself is neutral. It's a tool. The outcome depends entirely on us. It requires constant vigilance, critical thinking, and a deep commitment to putting people first. We are at a critical juncture, and the path we choose now will have lasting consequences for generations to come. In conclusion, the conversation around AI ethics is one of the most important of our time. It touches on everything from our personal privacy and civil rights to the future of work and the very definition of fairness. It's not just for computer scientists and philosophers, it's for all of us. We all have a stake in this future. By staying informed, asking tough questions, and demanding accountability, we can help steer the development of artificial intelligence in a direction that is beneficial for all of humanity. Let's work together to build a future where technology serves us and not the other way around. Thanks so much for watching today. I know this was a heavy topic, but it's a conversation we need to be having. What are your biggest concerns or hopes about AI? Let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you found this video valuable, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more deep dives into the tech that's shaping our world. Stay curious, stay engaged, and I'll see you in the next one. Have you ever wondered if a robot is coming for your job? It's a question on a lot of people's minds, and honestly, it's not as simple as yes or no. The world of work is on the brink of a massive transformation, all thanks to artificial intelligence. But here's the thing, it's not the end of the world. It's the beginning of a new chapter. So let's break down what's really happening with AI and our jobs, what skills you'll need to thrive, and what exciting new careers are just around the corner. First, let's talk about the big A, automation. Yes, AI is getting incredibly good at automating tasks, especially repetitive ones. Think about data entry, basic customer service inquiries, or even sorting through thousands of documents. AI can do these things faster and more accurately than any human. Does that mean everyone in those roles is out of a job tomorrow? Not necessarily. Instead of replacing people, AI is often used as a powerful tool to augment their abilities. Imagine a customer service agent. Instead of answering the same, "Where's my order?" question 100 times a day, an AI chatbot handles those. This frees up the human agent to focus on complex, emotional, or high-stakes customer problems that require empathy and creative problem-solving, things AI still struggles with. So the job isn't gone, it's evolved. It's become more strategic and more human-centric. The same goes for a paralegal. Instead of spending weeks sifting through case law, an AI can find relevant documents in minutes, allowing the paralegal to spend their time building legal arguments and strategy. The focus shifts from tedious labor to higher-level thinking. Of course, some jobs will be more affected than others. Manufacturing and logistics have already seen huge changes with robotics and AI-powered systems. But this isn't the first time technology has shaken things up. Remember when computers became mainstream? People worried that typists and bookkeepers would disappear. And while those specific job titles did decline, a whole new world of IT support, software development, and digital marketing opened up. History shows us that technological revolutions don't just destroy jobs, they reshape them and create entirely new ones we can't even imagine yet. So what do these new jobs look like? This is where it gets really exciting. We're seeing a boom in careers that are directly related to building and managing AI. Think about AI developers, machine learning engineers, and data scientists. These are the architects of our new digital world. But it's not all about coding. We'll need AI ethicists to ensure these powerful systems are used responsibly and fairly. We'll need AI trainers who teach the models how to behave, almost like a teacher for a very, very smart child. And what about jobs that have nothing to do with tech? They're changing too. A doctor might use an AI to help diagnose diseases from medical scans with incredible accuracy, giving them more time to spend with patients. A marketing manager might use AI to analyze market trends and predict consumer behavior, allowing them to create more effective and personalized campaigns. An artist might use AI-powered tools to generate new visual ideas or musical compositions, pushing the boundaries of creativity. The key takeaway here is that AI becomes a co-pilot, a partner in our work. This brings us to the most important question: what skills do you need to succeed in this AI-driven future? It's not just about learning to code, although that's certainly a valuable skill. The most future-proof skills are the ones that are uniquely human. First up is critical thinking and complex problem-solving. AI can process data, but it can't always understand the context or the why behind it. The ability to look at a problem from multiple angles, question assumptions, and devise creative solutions will be more valuable than ever. Next is creativity. While AI can generate art or music, it's based on patterns it has learned from existing human creations. True, out-of-the-box originality and innovation will remain a human domain. Whether you're an engineer designing a new product or a teacher creating an engaging lesson plan, creativity is your superpower. Then there's emotional intelligence, the ability to understand and manage your own emotions and to recognize and influence the emotions of others is crucial. Empathy, communication, and collaboration are the bedrock of effective teamwork and leadership. AI can't build trust with a client or motivate a team after a setback. People can. Roles in management, healthcare, education, and sales will rely heavily on these interpersonal skills. And finally, adaptability and a commitment to lifelong learning. This is probably the most important skill of all. The pace of change is accelerating. The job you have in 5 years might not even exist today. You have to get comfortable with being a little uncomfortable. You have to be curious and willing to constantly learn new things, whether it's mastering a new software, understanding a new AI tool, or developing a new soft skill. The mindset of, "I've finished my education" is obsolete. We're all students now, for life. So how do you start preparing right now? First, don't panic. Start by looking at your own job or industry. What are the repetitive tasks that could potentially be automated? And what are the parts of your job that require creativity, strategy, and human interaction? Lean into those. Double down on developing your uniquely human skills. Take online courses. There are amazing, often free, resources on platforms like Coursera, EDX, and even YouTube, where you can learn about AI, data science, or digital marketing, but also look for courses on communication, leadership, and design thinking. Read books, listen to podcasts, and follow experts in the field to stay informed. Experiment with AI tools that are already available. Play around with ChatGPT to see how it can help you write emails or brainstorm ideas. Use AI image generators to spark your creativity. The more you interact with these tools, the more you'll understand their strengths and weaknesses, and the more comfortable you'll be integrating them into your work. Think of it as learning to use a new, incredibly powerful calculator. The future of work isn't a scary movie where robots take over. It's a future of partnership, where humans and AI work together to achieve more than we ever could alone. It will be a future that values our creativity, our critical thinking, and our empathy more than ever before. The jobs of tomorrow will be more engaging, more strategic, and ultimately more human. The key is to be proactive, not reactive. Embrace the change, stay curious, and never stop learning. The future is coming, and it's full of incredible opportunities for those who are ready for it. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this helpful, give this video a like and subscribe to the channel. For more insights into the future of technology and work, let me know in the comments what skills you're focusing on for the future. I'd love to hear your thoughts. See you in the next one. Have you ever wondered who's watching your back in the digital world? While we're busy scrolling, streaming, and shopping, an invisible battle is raging. Cybercriminals are constantly inventing new ways to attack our systems, steal our data, and cause chaos. But what if I told you we have a new powerful ally in this fight? It's not a person in a dark room filled with monitors. It's artificial intelligence. And today, we're diving deep into how AI is becoming the ultimate guardian of our digital lives. Think of your company's network as a bustling city. Every day, millions of cars or data packets are moving around. A traditional firewall might check license plates against a list of stolen cars, but AI does more. It watches the traffic patterns. It knows that a sudden convoy of moving trucks heading to the bank at 3 a.m. is not normal. It doesn't need to know the exact license plates to flag this as suspicious activity. This is what we call anomaly detection. AI spots these deviations from the norm in real time, often catching threats before they can even do any damage. It's about recognizing the unusual rhythm before the trouble starts. Now let's talk about malware, the digital equivalent of a virus. Every day, hundreds of thousands of new malware variants are created. It's impossible for human analysts to keep up. AI-powered antivirus systems don't just look for known malware signatures. They analyze a file's behavior. It's like judging a person not by their name, but by their actions. If a new unknown program starts trying to encrypt your files or access your contacts without permission, the AI recognizes these malicious behaviors and quarantines the file immediately. This predictive approach is crucial for stopping zero-day attacks, threats so new that no one has had a chance to build a defense against them yet. Another huge area where AI shines is in phishing detection. We've all gotten those sketchy emails, right? The ones pretending to be from your bank or a popular online service. While some are obvious fakes, others are incredibly sophisticated. AI can analyze emails on a much deeper level than we can. It looks at the sender's reputation, the language used, the links included, and even the subtle technical details in the email's header. It can compare a suspicious email against millions of known phishing attempts in seconds, learning to spot new tactics as they emerge. It's like having a personal assistant who reads all your emails first and throws out the junk mail with near-perfect accuracy. But protection isn't just about building walls. It's also about finding the weaknesses in those walls before the bad guys do. This is where AI-driven vulnerability management comes in. Manually scanning massive corporate networks for security holes is a slow, tedious process. AI can automate this, constantly probing the system, looking for outdated software, misconfigured settings, or weak passwords. It can then prioritize these vulnerabilities based on how critical they are, telling the IT team, "Hey, this door is unlocked and leads right to the vault. You should probably fix this one first." This proactive stance helps organizations stay one step ahead of attackers. So AI is great at defense, but what about when an attack actually happens? The speed of a cyber attack can be overwhelming. In the time it takes a human to even realize what's happening, an entire network could be compromised. AI-powered incident response systems can react in milliseconds. Once a threat is confirmed, the AI can automatically take action. It might isolate the infected device from the network to stop the spread, block the malicious IP address, or even terminate the suspicious process. This automated response dramatically reduces the dwell time, the critical window between when an attacker gets in and when they are kicked out. Less dwell time means less damage. AI is also transforming the field of threat intelligence. Imagine trying to read every single article, blog post, and forum discussion on the internet about new cyber threats. It's impossible for a human, but AI can. It sifts through vast amounts of data from the dark web, hacker forums, and security blogs to identify emerging threats, new hacking tools, and chatter about potential targets. It connects the dots, piecing together scattered bits of information to create a clear picture of the threat landscape. This gives security professionals the strategic foresight they need to prepare their defenses for what's coming next, not just what's already here. Let's also consider user authentication. We're all tired of remembering a dozen different complex passwords. AI is paving the way for smarter, more secure methods. Behavioral biometrics is a fascinating example. The AI can learn your unique patterns, how fast you type, the rhythm of your keystrokes, how you move your mouse, even the angle you hold your phone. If someone steals your password and tries to log in, the AI will notice that their typing pattern is different from yours and can block the login or ask for additional verification. It's a security system that recognizes you not just by what you know, but by who you are and how you act. However, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. The same AI that we use for defense can also be used by cyber criminals. They can use AI to create more convincing phishing emails, to develop malware that can adapt and hide better, or to launch automated attacks at a massive scale. It's an arms race. As our defensive AI gets smarter, their offensive AI does too. This is why the continuous development and ethical implementation of AI and cybersecurity are so incredibly important. We're not just building a tool, we're training a digital guardian that needs to keep learning and evolving forever. So what does this all mean for us? It means our digital world is becoming safer, but in a way that's less visible. The best cybersecurity is the kind you never notice. It's the attack that was blocked before it reached you, the phishing email that never made it to your inbox, the data breach that was stopped in its tracks. AI is the silent hero working 24/7, processing information at speeds we can't comprehend and making predictive decisions to keep us safe. It's not replacing human experts, it's empowering them, freeing them up from tedious tasks to focus on strategy, innovation, and hunting the most sophisticated threats. It's a partnership between human ingenuity and machine intelligence. The next time you log into your online bank, send a work email, or just browse the web, remember the invisible shield of AI working in the background. It's a complex, ever-evolving battle, but with AI as our ally, we're better equipped than ever to protect our digital future. The fight against cybercrime is far from over, but with the power of artificial intelligence, we have a fighting chance. Thanks for watching. If you found this journey into the world of AI cybersecurity interesting, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the technology that's shaping our world. Let me know in the comments what you think the future of AI and security looks like. Stay safe and see you in the next video. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're rediving into a topic that's reshaping our world at an incredible pace. Artificial intelligence. It feels like just yesterday, we were marveling at AI that could beat chess masters. Now we're living in an era where AI is creating stunning art, writing complex code, and even helping scientists discover new medicines. The breakthroughs are coming thick and fast, and it's both exciting and a little bit mind-boggling. So what's happening right now at the cutting edge? Let's get into it. One of the biggest stories in AI today is the rise of large language models, or LLMs. You've probably used or heard of models like GPT-4, Gemini, or Claude. These aren't just simple chatbots. They are sophisticated neural networks trained on vast amounts of text and data from the internet. This training allows them to understand context, generate human-like text, translate languages, and answer complex questions with surprising accuracy. What's truly revolutionary is their versatility. One day, a writer uses an LLM to brainstorm ideas for a novel. The next, a programmer uses the same model to debug a tricky piece of code. This general-purpose nature is a huge leap forward from older AI systems that were designed for just one specific task. They're becoming creative partners, and productivity powerhouses all rolled into one. But it's not just about text. We're seeing a massive wave of innovation in what's called multimodal AI. This is where AI learns to understand and process information from different sources simultaneously: text, images, audio, and even video. Think about it. When we humans learn, we use all our senses. Multimodal AI is trying to replicate that. For example, Models like OpenAI's Sora can generate incredibly realistic video clips from a simple text description. You can type, "a golden retriever puppy playing in the snow," and it creates a video that looks like it was shot with a real camera. This has massive implications for everything from filmmaking and advertising to education and virtual reality. It's moving AI from a text-based tool to a true multimedia creator. We're also seeing this in reverse, where AI can watch a video and describe what's happening, opening up new possibilities for accessibility and content analysis. So where are we heading next? The race is on to build what many are calling next-generation models. These aren't just slightly better versions of what we have now. They represent a fundamental shift in capability. One major focus is on improving reasoning and planning. While current models are great at pattern recognition and information retrieval, they can sometimes struggle with multi-step logical problems. The next wave of AI will be designed to think more critically, break down complex challenges into smaller steps, and formulate coherent plans to solve them. Imagine an AI that can manage a complex project, allocating resources and adjusting plans in real time based on new information. That's the direction we're headed. Another key area of development is efficiency. Training these massive AI models currently requires enormous amounts of computational power and energy, which is both expensive and environmentally taxing. Researchers are working hard to develop new architectures and training methods that are much more efficient. This could lead to powerful AI models that can run on smaller devices like your smartphone or laptop without needing a constant connection to the cloud. This concept, known as on-device AI, would make AI more accessible, faster, and more private, since your data wouldn't have to leave your device. The potential for smaller, more specialized, and highly efficient models is just as exciting as the development of the giant ones. Looking even further into the future, the possibilities are truly astounding. One of the most talked about concepts is artificial general intelligence, or AGI. This is the hypothetical ability of an AI to understand or learn any intellectual task that a human being can. We're not there yet, and there's a lot of debate about when, or even if, we'll achieve it. But the pursuit of AGI is driving much of the fundamental research in the field. An AGI could potentially accelerate scientific discovery at an unprecedented rate, helping us solve some of humanity's biggest challenges, from climate change and disease to interstellar travel. Of course, the development of such a powerful technology also raises profound ethical questions that we as a society must grapple with. On a more practical, near-term level, the future of AI will be about seamless integration into our daily lives. Imagine smart assistants that don't just respond to commands but proactively help you manage your day. Think of personalized education systems that adapt to each student's unique learning style, or healthcare diagnostics that can detect diseases far earlier and more accurately than ever before. AI will become less of a distinct tool that we consciously use and more of an invisible, intelligent layer that enhances our world and our abilities. It will be embedded in our cars, our homes, our workplaces, and our creative tools. The goal isn't to replace human intelligence, but to augment it, allowing us to be more creative, more productive, and more capable. Of course, with great power comes great responsibility. The rapid advancement of AI also brings significant challenges that we need to address head-on. Issues like data privacy, algorithmic bias, and the potential for job displacement are real and require careful consideration. How do we ensure that AI systems are fair and unbiased? How do we protect our personal information in an increasingly data-driven world? And how do we prepare our workforce for the jobs of the future? These aren't just technical questions, they are societal ones. It's crucial that we have open and inclusive conversations about the kind of future we want to build with AI, involving not just tech companies and policymakers, but everyone. The goal is to steer this incredible technology in a direction that benefits all of humanity. For instance, think about the creative industries. While tools that generate art or music are exciting, they also raise questions about copyright and the value of human creativity. It's likely that the future will involve a collaborative relationship where artists use AI as a powerful new paintbrush or instrument to explore ideas they couldn't before. The human element, the taste, the vision, the emotional intent will remain indispensable. Similarly, in the workplace, many routine and repetitive tasks may be automated, freeing up humans to focus on more strategic, creative, and interpersonal aspects of their jobs. The key will be lifelong learning and adapting to new roles that work alongside AI. So, to wrap it all up, we are at a pivotal moment in the history of technology. The breakthroughs in AI are accelerating, with models becoming more powerful, more capable, and more integrated into our world every day. From the multimodal systems of today to the advanced reasoning and efficiency of tomorrow's models, the journey is just beginning. The future possibilities, including the long-term pursuit of AGI, are both awe-inspiring and humbling. As we navigate this new frontier, it's essential that we do so with a sense of optimism, curiosity, and a strong ethical compass. The future isn't something that just happens to us. It's something we build together. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive into the world of AI. It's a complex and fast-moving field, and we've only scratched the surface. What part of AI's future are you most excited or concerned about? Let me know down in the comments. I'd love to read your thoughts. If you enjoyed this video and want to stay updated on the latest in tech and science, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Have you ever imagined a city that thinks? A city that anticipates your needs, optimizes every resource, and makes life smoother, safer, and more sustainable for everyone? This isn't science fiction anymore. This is the reality being built right now with the power of artificial intelligence. Welcome back to our channel, where today we're taking a deep dive into the AI-powered smart cities of tomorrow. Let's start with the very buildings we live and work in. Forget static structures of concrete and steel. Smart buildings are dynamic, living entities. AI algorithms analyze data from thousands of sensors that monitor temperature, light, and occupancy. Is a meeting room empty? The AI dims the lights and adjusts the thermostat, saving energy. Is the sun shining brightly on one side of the building? The AI automatically lowers the smart blinds to keep the interior cool, reducing the strain on air conditioning. It's like having a building with a brain, constantly learning and adapting to make our environments more comfortable and efficient. This system can even predict maintenance needs, scheduling repairs for a faulty elevator or an inefficient HVAC unit before it even breaks down, minimizing disruptions and costs. It's not just about convenience, it's a radical rethinking of resource management on a massive scale. Now let's zoom out from a single building to the entire city's energy grid. Traditionally, power grids are a one-way street. Power plants generate electricity and we use it. This is incredibly inefficient, leading to wasted energy and a heavy carbon footprint. AI is flipping this model on its head. Smart grids use AI to create a two-way conversation between energy suppliers and consumers. The AI analyzes citywide energy consumption patterns, weather forecasts, and even social events in real time. It can predict a surge in demand during a heat wave and reroute power from areas with a surplus, preventing blackouts. More excitingly, it seamlessly integrates renewable energy sources like solar and wind. When it's sunny, the grid prioritizes solar power, even drawing energy from homes with solar panels and storing the excess. AI acts as the conductor of this complex energy orchestra, ensuring a stable, reliable, and green power supply for the entire city. This isn't just an upgrade, it's a fundamental revolution in how we power our urban lives. Next up, how do we get around in these future cities? Anyone who has been stuck in rush hour traffic knows that urban mobility is one of our biggest challenges. AI is tackling this head-on with intelligent transportation systems. Imagine traffic lights that aren't on a fixed timer, but instead react to the actual flow of traffic. AI-powered cameras and sensors analyze vehicle and pedestrian movement, adjusting signal timings in real time to clear congestion and keep traffic moving smoothly. This reduces travel times, lowers fuel consumption, and cuts down on frustrating delays. But it goes even further. AI algorithms power the navigation apps we use every day, suggesting the fastest routes by predicting traffic patterns before they even form. And of course, there's the elephant in the room: autonomous vehicles. Fleets of self-driving buses, taxis, and delivery drones, all coordinated by central AI, could revolutionize public transport. They could operate 24/7, optimize routes to pick up the maximum number of passengers, and drastically reduce accidents caused by human error. This integrated network would make getting around a city faster, safer, and more accessible for everyone, including the elderly and people with disabilities. Beyond the physical infrastructure, AI is also transforming the very fabric of our public services. Think about emergency response. In a crisis, every second counts. AI can analyze data from emergency calls, social media feeds, and sensor networks to get a clearer, faster picture of an unfolding situation, like a fire or a natural disaster. It can predict the disaster's path, identify the most vulnerable areas, and guide first responders to where they are needed most. This means faster response times and more lives saved. In healthcare, AI helps city health departments track the spread of infectious diseases by analyzing public health data, allowing for quicker interventions. It can optimize ambulance dispatch, ensuring the nearest available unit is sent to an emergency. Even something as mundane as waste management gets an AI upgrade. Smart bins with sensors signal when they're full, allowing sanitation departments to create optimized collection routes. No more overflowing bins or wasted trips, just a cleaner, more efficient city. It's about using data to serve citizens better. So how does all of this come together? The answer lies in urban planning. Traditionally, planning a city's future was a slow, painstaking process based on historical data and educated guesses. AI is changing the game by giving urban planners a powerful new tool, the digital twin. A digital twin is an incredibly detailed virtual model of an entire city. It's not just a 3D map. It's a living simulation that incorporates real-time data on traffic, energy use, air quality, population density, and more. Planners can use this digital twin to test out new ideas before a single brick is laid. What would happen if we built a new subway line here? How would a new park affect local air quality and property values? What's the best location for a new hospital? AI can run thousands of simulations predicting the complex ripple effects of each decision. This allows planners to design cities that are not just built for today, but are resilient, sustainable, and truly human-centric for generations to come. It's about building smarter, not just bigger. Of course, building the AI-powered city of the future comes with its own set of challenges. Chief among them are data privacy and security. A smart city runs on data, and we need to ensure that this personal and sensitive information is protected from misuse and cyber attacks. We need robust regulations and transparent policies that give citizens control over their own data. Then there's the question of equity. Will the benefits of smart cities be shared by all, or will they create a new digital divide? We must ensure that these technologies are accessible to everyone, regardless of their income or background. And we can't forget the human element. AI should be a tool to empower people, not replace them. We need to focus on creating jobs that work alongside AI and ensure that our cities remain vibrant, diverse, and human places to live. The goal is a smart city with a soul. So, the AI-powered city is no longer a distant dream. It's an unfolding reality, being built piece by piece, from intelligent buildings to dynamic energy grids and responsive public services. AI offers us an incredible opportunity to solve some of the most pressing urban challenges we face, from climate change and congestion to public health and safety. By harnessing its power responsibly, we can create cities that are more efficient, sustainable, and, most importantly, better places to call home. The city of the future isn't just smart, it's wise, and it's being built for all of us. What part of the AI city excites you the most? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this glimpse into the future, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. See you next time. Have you ever looked up at the night sky and wondered what's out there? The universe is so incredibly vast, with billions of galaxies, each containing billions of stars. For centuries we've relied on our own eyes and telescopes to explore it. But today we have a new, powerful partner in this grand adventure: artificial intelligence. AI is not just a buzzword, it is a game-changing tool that is accelerating space exploration in ways we could only dream of just a few decades ago. From discovering new worlds to controlling rovers on other planets, AI is our co-pilot to the cosmos. So how exactly is it making all this possible? Let's dive in. One of the biggest challenges in astronomy is the sheer amount of data. Telescopes like Kepler and TESS are constantly scanning the sky, generating an unimaginable flood of information. It would take humans lifetimes to sift through all of it. This is where AI excels. Imagine you're looking for a tiny dip in a star's brightness, a sign that a planet might be passing in front of it. This dip is incredibly subtle, like spotting a single firefly blinking in front of a giant searchlight from miles away. AI algorithms can be trained to recognize these faint signals, called transits, with incredible speed and accuracy. They can spot patterns that a human eye might miss, filtering out noise from stellar flares or equipment glitches. This method has been a huge success. For example, AI helped astronomers discover dozens of new exoplanets in data from the Kepler Space Telescope, long after the initial human-led analysis was complete. It's like having a team of thousands of super-sharp astronomers working around the clock, never getting tired and never missing a beat. But finding planets is just the beginning. Once we find a potential world, we want to understand it. What is its atmosphere made of? What's the weather like? Could it potentially support life? Here again, AI is indispensable. Instruments like the James Webb Space Telescope capture light from these distant exoplanets. This light contains a kind of chemical fingerprint or spectrum that tells us about the gases in the planet's atmosphere. Analyzing these complex spectra is incredibly difficult. AI models, especially machine learning, can be trained on vast libraries of known chemical signatures. They can then analyze the light from a new planet and quickly identify the presence of elements like water vapor, methane, or oxygen. This is a crucial step in trying to figure out if a planet is habitable. AI is also helping us categorize galaxies, map the cosmic web, and even understand mysterious phenomena like black holes and dark matter by finding subtle correlations in massive datasets. It's not just about finding things, it's about understanding the fundamental physics of our universe. Now let's get a little closer to home, or at least closer to our solar system neighbors. We've sent robotic explorers like the Perseverance rover to Mars. These robots are our hands, eyes, and ears on another world. But there's a problem. Communication delay. It can take up to 20 minutes for a signal to travel from Earth to Mars, and another 20 minutes to get a reply. You can't just joystick a rover in real time. Imagine trying to drive a car with a 40-minute lag between turning the wheel and seeing the car move. It's impossible and incredibly dangerous. This is where autonomous navigation powered by AI becomes essential. The rover uses its cameras and sensors to create a 3D map of the terrain around it. AI algorithms then analyze this map to identify obstacles like rocks, craters, and steep slopes. It can plot a safe and efficient path on its own, without waiting for instructions from mission control. This allows the rover to cover more ground, conduct more science, and explore areas that might be too risky for human operators to navigate remotely. The AI makes decisions on the fly, just like a human driver would, but it's doing it millions of miles away from home. The role of AI in robotics goes even further. The Perseverance rover has an instrument called SuperCam, which uses a laser to vaporize tiny bits of rock. The rover's AI helps it to autonomously select interesting rock targets for analysis. It has learned what kind of rock scientists on Earth are most interested in and can aim the laser with pinpoint precision. This saves a huge amount of time and ensures that the most scientifically valuable data is collected. Looking to the future, AI will be even more critical. Imagine swarms of small, intelligent drones exploring the canyons of Mars or the oceans of Europa. These robots would need to collaborate, share information, and make group decisions without any human intervention. This kind of advanced swarm intelligence is a major area of AI research and will be the key to exploring places we can even dream of reaching today. AI isn't just driving the rovers, it's becoming the scientist on the surface. Beyond just discovery and robotics, AI is also crucial for managing the health and safety of our space missions. Spacecraft are incredibly complex machines, with thousands of systems that all need to work perfectly. AI-powered diagnostic systems can monitor the health of a satellite or a rover in real time. They can analyze telemetry data to predict potential failures before they happen. For example, if a sensor starts showing unusual readings, an AI might flag it as a potential problem long before it becomes a critical failure. This allows engineers on the ground to take corrective action, like rerouting power or switching to a backup system. This is especially important for long-duration missions to the outer solar system. where a small problem can end a multi-billion-dollar mission. This is what we call predictive maintenance, and it's saving missions and taxpayer money. It's like having an expert engineer on board every spacecraft, constantly checking every nut and bolt. Looking ahead, the partnership between humans and AI in space is only going to get stronger. As we plan for crewed missions to Mars and beyond, AI will be an essential crewmate. It will help manage the spacecraft's life support systems, provide medical diagnostics for astronauts, and help them conduct complex scientific experiments. An AI could act as an intelligent assistant, instantly pulling up any information or procedure an astronaut needs, freeing them up to focus on the mission. On the surface of Mars, AI could help astronauts identify the best places to drill for samples or warn them of approaching dust storms. It would act as a guardian angel and a super-intelligent science partner rolled into one. The future of space exploration isn't about humans versus machines. It's about humans and machines working together, combining our creativity and intuition with the speed and analytical power of artificial intelligence. So from finding planets light years away to driving robots on Mars, AI is fundamentally changing our relationship with the cosmos. It's amplifying our abilities, allowing us to explore farther, faster, and smarter than ever before. We are living in an incredible era of discovery, where the mysteries of the universe are becoming a little less mysterious every day, thanks in large part to our intelligent digital partners. The next time you look up at the stars, remember that it's not just human eyes looking back, it's human minds, amplified by the power of AI, reaching out to finally understand our place in the universe. The great cosmic journey has just begun, and with AI as our guide, there's no telling what we'll discover next. Thanks for watching. If you found this journey into AI and space as fascinating as I did, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next exploration. See you in the next video. Ever wondered if we could predict a hurricane with pinpoint accuracy or stop a wildfire before it even starts? What if I told you the answer lies not in a crystal ball, but in something you probably use every day? Artificial intelligence. That's right. AI is stepping out of our phones and into the wild, becoming one of our most powerful allies in the fight to protect our planet. Today we're going on a deep dive to uncover the incredible ways AI is revolutionizing environmental science. From forecasting weather to saving entire ecosystems, get ready to see technology like you've never seen it before. Let's start with something that affects all of us: the weather. Traditional weather forecasting is complex. Relying on massive amounts of data from satellites, weather balloons, and ground stations, it's a huge puzzle. But AI, particularly machine learning, is changing the game. Think of AI as a super smart student that can study decades of weather patterns in mere hours. It learns to spot subtle signals that human analysts might miss. For example, AI algorithms can analyze ocean temperature data and atmospheric pressure changes to predict the path and intensity of hurricanes with much greater accuracy. This isn't just about knowing whether to pack an umbrella. It's about giving communities more time to evacuate, saving lives and property. Companies like Google's DeepMind have developed models that can predict rainfall with incredible short-term precision, helping farmers know the perfect time to water their crops and cities prepare for potential flash floods. By processing data faster and more accurately than ever before, AI is making our world safer and more predictable. Now, let's venture from the skies into our forests. Our planet's forests are vital. They're the lungs of the Earth, but they face constant threats from deforestation and wildfires. This is another area where AI is making a huge difference. Imagine drones equipped with AI-powered cameras flying over vast, remote jungles. These drones can identify illegal logging activities in real time by recognizing the sound of chainsaws or spotting newly cleared areas that shouldn't be there. This information is instantly sent to authorities, allowing them to intervene before more damage is done. But what about wildfires? They're becoming more frequent and intense. AI can help here too. By analyzing satellite imagery, humidity levels, wind patterns, and the type of vegetation, AI models can calculate a forest's fire risk with stunning accuracy. Some systems can even detect a fire just minutes after it starts, sometimes even before a human would spot the smoke. This early detection is crucial. It means firefighters can get to the scene faster, when the fire is still small and manageable, preventing it from turning into a devastating inferno. It's like having a dedicated sentinel watching over our forests 24/7, ready to sound the alarm at the first sign of trouble. This isn't science fiction. Organizations around the world are already deploying these AI-powered systems to protect our precious woodlands. Protecting the environment isn't just about predicting disasters. It's also about cleaning up the mess we've already made. Air and water pollution are two of the biggest challenges we face. How can AI help us tackle this? Let's talk about our cities. AI-powered sensors can be placed across a city to monitor air quality in real time. These sensors collect data on pollutants like nitrogen dioxide and particulate matter. The AI then analyzes this data to create detailed pollution maps, showing exactly which areas are most affected and why. This information is invaluable for city planners. They can use it to reroute traffic away from heavily polluted zones, implement smarter public transport schedules, or even decide where to plant more trees to help filter the air. It's about making data-driven decisions to create healthier, more breathable cities for everyone. And it's not just the air. Our oceans and rivers are also benefiting from AI. AI-driven robots can be deployed to identify and collect plastic waste from waterways. Using computer vision, these robots can distinguish between trash and marine life, ensuring they only pick up what doesn't belong. On a larger scale, AI can analyze satellite images to track oil spills and predict how they will spread based on ocean currents and wind. This allows cleanup crews to respond more effectively, minimizing the damage to delicate marine ecosystems. From the air we breathe to the water we drink, AI is providing us with the tools to monitor and reduce pollution in ways we could only dream of just a decade ago. It's about using intelligence to actively heal our planet. Perhaps one of the most exciting frontiers for AI is in protecting biodiversity. Our planet is home to millions of species, but many are facing extinction due to habitat loss and climate change. Protecting them is a monumental task, but AI is giving conservationists a powerful new toolkit. For example, researchers use AI to listen to the sounds of the rainforest. By placing audio recorders in the jungle, they can collect thousands of hours of sound. An AI program, trained to recognize the calls of different animals, can then analyze this audio. It can identify the presence of rare birds, track the movement of monkey troops, or even detect the absence of a species that should be there, signaling a potential problem. This method, called bioacoustics, is a non-invasive way to monitor the health of an entire ecosystem. AI is also revolutionizing how we track animals. Instead of just knowing where an animal is, AI can analyze data from GPS collars to understand their behavior. It can predict migration routes for elephants, helping to create safe corridors for them to travel. It can identify when a predator like a lion is getting too close to livestock, sending an alert to farmers to prevent conflict. In the oceans, AI-powered computer vision can analyze photos and videos of whales and dolphins, identifying individual animals by their unique markings. This allows scientists to track their populations and health over time without ever needing to capture them. It's a kinder, smarter way to do conservation, and it's all thanks to AI. So AI is helping us predict weather, protect forests, clean up pollution, and save endangered species. But how does it all come together? The common thread is data. AI thrives on data, and in the field of environmental science, we are collecting more data than ever before. From satellite images and sensor readings to audio recordings and drone footage, we have a torrent of information. The human brain simply can't process it all. AI acts as a powerful analytical engine, sifting through this mountain of data to find meaningful patterns and actionable insights. It empowers scientists, policymakers, and conservationists to make better, faster decisions. It transforms raw data into a clear roadmap for protecting our planet. However, it's important to remember that AI is a tool, not a magic wand. Its effectiveness depends on the quality of the data we feed it and the goals we set for it. There are also challenges to consider, like the energy consumption of large AI models, but the potential is undeniable. We are at a critical moment in our planet's history, and we need every tool at our disposal. AI offers a new lens through which we can understand and interact with the natural world. It gives us the ability to move from being reactive to being proactive, from cleaning up disasters to preventing them from happening in the first place. As technology continues to advance, the role of AI in environmental protection will only grow. We might see globally connected AI networks that monitor the Earth's health in real time, like a planetary nervous system. Imagine an AI that can predict a drought in one part of the world and recommend a more water-efficient crop for farmers there, all based on a global understanding of climate trends. The possibilities are truly mind-boggling. It's an exciting time to be alive, witnessing this fusion of technology and ecology. The future of our planet may very well depend on the intelligent systems we are building today. So, the next time you hear about artificial intelligence, don't just think about self-driving cars or virtual assistants. Think about the drones guarding our forests, the algorithms predicting hurricanes, and the robots cleaning our oceans. AI is quietly becoming one of the most important environmentalists of our time. It's a story of hope, innovation, and collaboration between human ingenuity and machine intelligence, all working together for a greener, healthier planet. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey today. It's clear that technology has a massive role to play in securing a sustainable future. If you found this video interesting and want to learn more about the amazing ways science is changing our world, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What other ways do you think AI could help the environment? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Have you ever felt like there just aren't enough hours in the day? Between studying for exams, hitting deadlines at work, and just trying to keep your life in order, it can feel totally overwhelming. Well, what if I told you there's a secret weapon that can help you reclaim your time, boost your productivity, and even make your daily routine run smoother? And no, it's not magic. It's artificial intelligence. In this video, we're going to dive deep into how you can use AI right now to transform the way you study, work, and organize your life. Forget the sci-fi stuff. We're talking about practical, easy-to-use tools that will make you feel like a superhero. So grab a notebook and let's get started. First up, let's talk about studying. Remember those long nights trying to make sense of dense textbooks or complex lecture notes? AI is a game changer for students. Imagine you have a 50-page research paper to read. Instead of spending hours on it, you can use an AI tool to summarize it for you in just a few minutes. It can pull out the key points, main arguments, and important data, giving you a perfect overview. This isn't about skipping the reading, it's about studying smarter. You can quickly grasp the core concepts and then focus your deep reading time on the sections that matter most. But it doesn't stop there. AI can be your personal tutor. Stuck on a tricky math problem or a complex scientific concept? Instead of searching through forums or waiting for your professor's office hours, you can ask an AI. They can even help you write your replies. Have you ever stared at a blank screen trying to find the right words for a professional email? AI can help you draft a polite, clear, and effective response in seconds. You just give it a few bullet points of what you want to say, and it generates a full draft. You can then edit it to add your personal touch. This alone can save you hours every week. Beyond email, AI is a powerhouse for content creation and data analysis. Tasks that used to require specialized software and days of work can now be done in minutes, allowing you to focus on the strategic insights that the data reveals. It also automates repetitive tasks. Think about all the boring, manual things you do at work: renaming files, transcribing meetings, filling out forms. There are AI-powered automation tools that can handle all of that for you, freeing you up to do the creative, strategic work that you were actually hired for. For example, it might learn that you're most creative in the morning and block out time for brainstorming, while saving administrative tasks for the afternoon slump. Some tools can even automatically schedule meetings by finding a time that works for everyone involved, eliminating those endless back and forth emails. And what about project planning? Whether you're renovating your kitchen, planning a wedding, or launching a new product at work, breaking down a big goal into manageable steps is crucial. This is the future of personal well-being, a holistic AI-driven approach that helps you manage your energy, not just your time. It's about building a life that is not only productive but also balanced and fulfilling. So, as you can see, AI is so much more than just a buzzword. It's a powerful and versatile toolkit that can fundamentally change how you approach learning, working, and living. The key is to start small. Pick one area of your life that feels overwhelming. Maybe it's managing your email inbox or planning your study schedule. Find an AI tool designed to help with that specific problem and give it a try. Experiment, see what works for you, and slowly integrate it into your routine. It's important to remember that these tools are here to assist you, not replace you. Your creativity, critical thinking, and unique perspective are more valuable than ever. Use AI to handle the tedious, repetitive tasks so you can free up your brain power for the things that truly matter. The future isn't about humans versus machines, it's about humans empowered by machines. Wow, what a journey we've been on together, exploring the incredible world of artificial intelligence. We've covered so much ground, and I want to take a moment to look back at everything we've learned before we wrap up this series. We started with the very basics, demystifying what AI actually is. It's not about sentient robots from the movies. It's about machines that can learn, reason, and create. We peeled back the layers of machine learning, deep learning, and neural networks, seeing how these concepts form the brain and nervous system of modern AI. Remember how we compared a neural network to the neurons in our own brains? That was a real light bulb moment for many of us. Then we dived into the practical applications that are already changing our lives. We talked about natural language processing, the magic that lets us talk to our phones, translate languages instantly, and even get help from chatbots. We saw how computer vision is giving machines the sense of sight, enabling everything from self-driving cars that can see the road to medical software that can spot diseases in scans earlier than the human eye. It's truly amazing to think about the lives being saved and improved by these technologies right now. We also explored the creative side of AI. Generative AI took center stage as we looked at tools that can write stories, compose music, and create breathtaking art from a simple text prompt. We discussed how this isn't about replacing human creativity, but augmenting it, giving artists, writers, and musicians a powerful new collaborator. We saw how AI can analyze vast datasets to help businesses make smarter decisions, optimize supply chains, and create personalized customer experiences. Of course, no discussion about AI would be complete without addressing the important ethical questions. We didn't shy away from the tough topics. We tackled issues of bias in AI algorithms, the importance of data privacy, and the potential impact on the job market. These are critical conversations we all need to be a part of. The goal isn't to fear AI, but to guide it responsibly, ensuring it develops in a way that is fair, transparent, and beneficial for all of humanity. We need to be the architects of an ethical AI future, not just passive observers. So after all this, where do we go from here? We've journeyed from the theoretical to the practical, from the history to the future. It might feel a bit overwhelming, like this massive technological wave is coming and you're just standing on the shore. But I want to leave you with a different perspective. This isn't just something that's happening to you, it's something that's happening for you. You are not just a spectator, you are a participant. The most inspiring thing about this moment in history is how accessible AI is becoming. You don't need a PhD from a top university to start using it. You can start right now, today. Think about your daily life. Are you a student struggling to organize your research notes? Try an AI tool that can summarize long articles and pull out key points for you. It's like having a super-powered research assistant. Are you a small business owner trying to reach more customers? Use AI-powered marketing tools to analyze market trends and write compelling ad copy. You can level the playing field and compete with bigger companies. Maybe you're a creative person. You have a story in your head but struggle to get the words on paper. Use an AI writing assistant to help you brainstorm ideas, overcome writer's block, or polish your prose. Maybe you want to create visuals for a presentation or your social media, but you're not a graphic designer. Describe your vision to an image generator and watch it come to life in seconds. These tools aren't a crutch, they're a launchpad for your own creativity. This is about more than just productivity. It's about empowerment. It's about unlocking your potential. Think of a skill you've always wanted to learn, like a new language or how to code. AI-powered learning apps can create personalized lesson plans that adapt to your pace and style, making learning more effective and engaging than ever before. The key is to approach AI with curiosity, not fear. Play with it. Experiment. Ask what if. What if I could automate the boring parts of my job so I can focus on what I love? What if I could use AI to help my community solve a local problem? What if I could use it to create something beautiful that's never been seen before? The future of AI isn't going to be written by a handful of tech giants in Silicon Valley. It's going to be written by millions of people like you, applying these powerful tools in unique and innovative ways to your own lives, your own passions, and your own communities. You have the power to shape how this technology evolves. So my final message to you is this: don't wait for the future to happen. Start building it. Be curious, be creative, be bold. Dive in, start learning, and see what you can create. The next great AI-powered innovation might not come from a massive lab. It might come from you, right in your own home. The journey we've taken together in this series is just the beginning. The real adventure starts now. Thank you so much for watching, for learning with me, and for being a part of this incredible community. I can't wait to see what you'll do with what you've learned. Be sure to subscribe for more content, and until next time, stay curious.